and Reading doesn't happen again. Now, a significant reason clubs go under is because of dodgy owners financially mismanaging the club and running it into the ground. But in theory, these should be a thing of the past with the new regulator. They'll be able to use data from the National Crime Agency to perform stronger fit and proper persons tests, and can even force owners to give up their stake in a club, which for certain supporters might be a welcome relief. It's likely good news for the EFL. The tension between them and the Premier League over a fair financial deal has been increasing in recent years. As it stands, talks have broken down. The Premier League backed out of recent negotiations, but the regulator will have the power to force through a deal, meaning more money for clubs lower down the pyramid. Now, this might sound simple, but in reality there's concerns this will open a legal can of worms, which could result in messy court cases involving the Premier League and the regulator. Parachute payments will be brought under the control of the regulator too. If they reduce them, it could mean a wider variety of clubs securing promotion to the top flight, but critics reckon it'll just mean the gap between the Premier League and EFL actually widens, as promoted clubs won't get as much money, which should normally be used to buy better players so they can compete. And current Premier League clubs have said if there were no parachute payments, they'd actually invest less, which would harm the quality of the top flight. And if clubs don't invest, then you'll get exactly what the EFL don't want, which is the same three clubs going down every year. And remember when Cardiff's owners changed the club's colours and badge? Well, in future, fans will have to approve any major changes to their club's heritage. Now, that might all sound great, but do we really need it? Some say the downfall of Reading and Bury is an exception, not the rule. So as a whole, the most successful footballing pyramid in world football doesn't need regulation. They say it scares investors who can help grow the game. If those investors go elsewhere, well, the Premier League may no longer be the destination for the best players in the world. And others, well, they just don't trust politicians to appoint truly independent people to regulate our game.
Good morning, 4 minutes past 6 o'clock. Have you not seen Shaban for about 4 months or something? You were all over her this morning.
Oh, Shaban? I haven't seen her for ages.
You little fibber, you said, "Oh, you're looking well."
I said she does look well.
You. Ah.
Just a compliment.
All right.
Nothing behind it.
What's she got stilts on for?
She's in training.
Is
Shaban.
she?
Yeah, she's been jogging.
She looks...
She's lost £9.
She looks as if she needs a new hip to me, the way she's walking. Right? talkSPORT Breakfast with Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed. Dino's with me. Dino, how you been?
All right, Al, how are you?
What, eh?
Good.
Yeah, not bad.
You look healthy.
No, I think... no, you just seen me at my worst lately.
No, you had a chest infection last time I spoke to you.
Still not got rid of it, but I'm coming to the end of my penicillin, so hopefully by middle of the week, end of the week, I'll be all right. But I think Gabby's got it now. I think Gabby's too well, yeah.
Oh, you heard her beat the chunk again?
No, hammered him, did you?
On YouTube, it's on film and everything.
All right, on the golf channel.
Beat him on the 18th.
Oh, did you? Where?
London Club.
Oh, nice. That's his club as well.
Off the back tees.
Did you? Yeah.
That's 4 times I've beat him on a trot.
Well, he must be hitting. What's he hitting second shots? 3 woods, and you're hitting drivers second shots?
He's a proper golfer.
He does hit it a while away.
I just talked him off.
Well, I can believe that, Dino.
Yeah, but anyway, we had a good game. But apart from that,
yeah,
playing golf. watching the race.
Liverpool have picked up again, haven't they?
Yeah. I thought they played well against Aston Villa. Villa played well, but Liverpool, he's got his midfield back, hasn't he? The Slobberslide, McAllister and Gravenberch, he's put the three of them in there. Andy Robertson's back in the team.
Yeah.
He's gone back to...
Two fullbacks. The two centre-backs seem more comfortable with the fullbacks.
Well, it's not coincidence that Canate and Van Dijk all of a sudden look better again.
Yeah, correct.
No disrespect to Kirkes, but he should be just learning the game at the minute, learning how to play for Liverpool behind Andy Robertson. Bradley played well the other night, didn't he, against Vinicius Jr. Frimpong's injured. Obviously, the two of them are not as good.
I think,
brilliant.
Get him on the ball, but he's not a defender, is he? Get him in that midfield, getting forward, getting shots in.
Do you know we got Didier Mann coming on later? He reminds me of Didier Mann. He can do a bit of everything.
Better legs or not? As in up and down more?
Yeah, well, similar. When Diddy was at his peak, when he was playing at his peak, the two of them similar. Go and get the ball off the back four, can get in the box, can shoot, proper attitude, work rate. But he's playing, I would say probably he's been Liverpool's best player this season so far. Yeah. Well, Ekitike's played well as well. But it's nice to see Salah back as well, but they've seemed to have turned the corner.
Listen, and fun enough, there was a big lunch yesterday, and Ray was there, big Arsenal contingent, but they're still not crowing as if we've won it. They know there's a long way to go.
Yeah, and I think you look at Liverpool, don't you? Man City are there or thereabouts again, but I don't know if Man City's back four's right yet. They've lost some really good defenders. I don't know if they're right at the back. Obviously, Rodri played the other night, didn't he? He's back playing again now, so that's a bonus.
Who would you go for your Van de Ven?
Van de Ven. By the way, has it crossed your mind that he could play up front?
Well, he can head the ball.
He's quick as lightning.
Great finisher.
Yeah.
Lightning. Yeah.
Yeah. He might be wasted at the back. Last week, he made a rick, didn't he, for one of the goals, playing out from the back. Yeah, but he scored 6 goals this season.
Yeah, correct. Listen, I hope he stays at Spurs because they need him. But I'm just, what it's like. When you can score goals like that, you're alerted all over Europe, all over the world. One of the big Spanish boys, or they'll be nibbling away already at him.
And Spurs sell their best players.
Yeah,
Bale.
Well, they used
Kyle
to.
Walker,
I don't know if they still will.
Kane. There's a list. You can write.
But Daniel's gone now, isn't he?
Yeah.
So it'd be very interesting to see what happens to him. But there's no doubt about it. He'd be an asset to any side.
Well, I think the big hitters are circling. They're all thinking he's the next Gay at Crystal Palace.
Or Van Dijk came down to Southampton, didn't he?
Yeah.
All those years ago. Right, it was another huge European night across talkSPORT last night.
He's had plenty of time, Morgan gives right to weigh up his options. Right-footed, and it's saved by the goalkeeper down to his left. In a largely frustrating second half, Forest have drawn a blank. Action-packed European football on talkSPORT 2.
Minan's inside the box for Alkmaar. It's in the back of the net, and Alkmaar are back in this game.
Here's Mateta on the centre circle.
Lovely ball through. Here's Ismail Assar, and he makes it 3. Wonderful finish.
No nerves now. What a response. Can he get the finish? Of course he can. He's on top form.
It's exciting to think, isn't it, what Palace may achieve in this European campaign.
Villa started the day 10th. Their destiny hinging around their remaining home games.
Referee just making sure everyone stays back, and he's tucked it into the bottom left-hand corner. Marlon doubling Villa's lead with a controversial penalty to make it 2-0. And Aston Villa have got the job done. Very routine in the end.
Okay, coming up 10 minutes after 6 o'clock. Celtic Rangers down Aberdeen. Well done, Aberdeen, getting a draw. Big night in Europe. Villa, that was doing my head in watching that last night. The build-up to it outside Villa Park. I'm not going to get political, but God, they don't have to make a big thing about it.
Yeah, I'm not getting involved in that.
Nah.
You know what experience tells you? Certain subjects you avoid.
I was angry watching it, and then I thought, no, leave it. It's nothing to do with you. And it's not.
I don't think sport should mix.
No, correct. I agree with that, definite.
But the football, I thought Villa just breezed through it. They had a couple of chances first half. Lad should have scored a tap-in, squared across the face. He should have scored that. But, it was penalty was a bit dodgy. Did you see the penalty?
No, I went to bed, Dino, to be honest. I had a real early night last night.
Conser sort of glided past someone in the box, and I didn't. You had to look at it again to see if he touched him. He did sort of put his arm around his waist, but it was a bit of a dodgy pen. And then
you know that when you just what you've said there. Did he touch him? Did he just get a little touch on him? What about set pieces, corners? I thought we were cracking down and all that. People are getting hauled to the ground now and getting away with it. It's a joke.
I'll get hammered for this, right? But
it's an absolute joke.
But because everyone does it. But have the referees not noticed that Arsenal, every single corner, they foul the goalkeeper? 2 or 3 of them get round him and actually foul the goalkeeper. Seem to get away with it.
I thought we were going to get...
It's not only Arsenal.
There's a yellow. One more, you're off. That's the only way to stop this.
Yeah.
It's every time you're like... just if you're going to buy a goalkeeper, you might as well buy a big, muscly 6'6" guy who can deal with them.
Well,
you might not save a ball, but at least you can stop, set pieces.
Yeah, but they put players there, and their job is to foul the goalkeeper.
No.
That's their job. If you ask them, what's your job? Well, try and disrupt the goalkeeper, foul him, really.
Yeah.
But
and then you get a little one against the big one. Well, what, that's a mismatch. No, it's not, because I just block his run. I grab him, I pull him, I stop his run.
Well, I've done it with my teams. When you zone marking, I've done man marking, and like you just put 5 names up in the dressing room.
I like man marking, but zonals come in after me.
Yeah, well, the reason for it was that you get blocked. So you would put 5 players up on the board when you know the opposition's team in the dressing room, and you've got 5 markers, and there's their 5 players you want to pick up, and you match them up.
Yeah,
biggest for the biggest.
Yeah,
or you have a discussion about it. Then what happens? They started blocking. Blocking started where 2 players would run into someone marking you, and someone gets in front of you and scores.
Yeah.
So they went to zone marking then, because Shawcross at Stoke, can you remember he kept getting pulled up for blocking and fouling, and so they went zone marking. So the zone marking is you have someone in every part of the goal mouth. You have someone in that area, and then you get your 2 smallest players to stop Van Dijk and Canate, for example, having a run and a jump, because they can get above the crossbar if they have 6 steps.
So, wait, is on the amount of time before you're not allowed in the 6-yard box at set pieces? Is that coming in?
Oh, I can't see that, can you? Because you're whipping them in-swingers into the 6-yard box, aren't you?
Nothing changes, Dino. Nothing surprises me now, honestly.
It goes round in a circle. Playing out from the back.
Handballs as well, What was it, the Madrid game the other night? People saying penalty. He said guaranteed penalty. And then you look at it a few times saying, no, it's not a penalty. It was, he turned his back against the ball and it hit him on the way. I don't know what. I just don't know what is handball anymore. I don't. But
what I would do is, I'm not going to just say I don't know what handball is. I've got a solution for it. You give the referee the responsibility of deciding. Forget all the other silhouette, hand in a natural position.
Yeah.
You decide if that was deliberate handball, yes or no. And instead of just you on your own, where someone might run in front of you, have a look at the screen. You can use the screen as help. So if give a penalty,
no one in your ear.
No one's in your ear. You just go over to the screen, have a look yourself, and decide whether it's deliberate or not.
Yeah, okay, back to the Premier League tomorrow. We kick off a cracker right here, talkSPORT. Spurs against United, then it's the grounds, round the grounds. Adrian, Stoke Coventry, what a big game that is. I didn't think I'd be saying that last year. Coventry, yes, Stoke, who've been remarkable. And then 8 o'clock's off to Stamford Bridge for a talkSPORT exclusive. Chelsea against Wolves, who are struggling big style. Coming up, we turn attention to the back pages. It's all about a certain Jude Bellingham once again. Okay, Alan Brazil and Dean, the storyteller song. There's a bit of tiny temper? I thought that was a mattress.
I thought it was Titchy Spider. What's his name? Tiny Temper.
Is it Temper? By the way, he's a big star. To get this Friday off and running, but why are we playing it? Well, it's his 37th birthday today. Happy birthday, Tiny. What's his first name? Tiny. Happy
Tiny
birthday,
Temper.
Tiny. Yeah. Right. Dino, do you predict an earthquake up here? Who is the biggest temper at talkSPORT?
The biggest temper?
Yeah.
A boiling head, I would say O'Hara, the chunk.
Well, he's got the hump now. Everyone's having to go. Cundy's.
He loses his head.
And he's got the glasses on now when he does Sky, and he's trying to look intelligent.
He said it's the lights. You know, like
he's
these
a
lights.
Liar.
He said
he
puts it on.
His agent said, put that on. He'll make you sound more intelligent.
Apart from that, when you think through it, Bentley's quiet, Goldstein's quiet, Adrian Durham, quiet. Trying to think. Ray's quiet, Gabby's quiet, Ali McCoy's no, Cundy no, Jamie O'Hara. You've got temper, haven't you?
No.
Not very often it comes out.
I've cooled.
But I would say for pure petulance and throwing your toys out the pram, as you'll see on the talkSPORT Golf, O'Hara.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
This is what he said about me. He must have been quick on the draw here about his glasses.
I really don't understand why my glasses on Sky are a talking point. But I don't understand.
Okay, let me ask you this then,
yes.
Right? Where are they?
What? They're in my car.
Right, no good there, mate. Should be on your nose.
No, but I don't need them when I'm at talkSPORT because the things I read are in front of me.
What are you reading at Sky that you can't read here?
Teleprompter and
you're not anchoring the show.
No, but the stats come up and the TV's far away because it's in a big TV studio. This stuff is in front of me. I can see it.
Why don't they...
When it's 20 yards away, I can't see it. So that's why I wear glasses. It's not a fashion prop. They are actually prescription. But I don't understand why everyone goes on about my glasses when I'm on TV.
All right, mate, all right.
No, but
what?
I hear it every week.
Mate, calm down, Jay.
Fenty or Goldstein or Brazil, like,
Mate,
honestly,
don't take Jay.
He just does my head in. Do you want me to start wearing glasses in here?
Jamie, calm down. It's not working. You look all right, Tube, and Dino's gubbing you at golf as well, so bin the glasses. Right, let's... he's very touchy, isn't he?
Do you know what Cundy said there, though? Sneaky, calm down. That one, that just winds you up, doesn't it?
Let's look at today's back pages with Tesco Mobile for Business.
Back page review on talkSPORT with Tesco Mobile for Business. Sign up today to get a £60 welcome bonus on our Black Friday deals. Offer ends 1st of December. Terms and verification at tescomobile.com/business.
Even Shaban, when she's on her station, doesn't wear glasses, do you?
No.
Look at Shaban.
I'm pure 4 eyes, though.
Yeah, you
things about. These are new bins, though.
Not really. I keep losing the other ones. I just grab any pair.
So they're prescription, or are those just reading
glasses?
glasses?
No, I think these are lucky bag stuff. You know, just... But Jamie should wear them in here because the lights in here are worse than Sky, I bet you.
Yeah.
I've had my eyes lasered.
So did someone say you're jogging again?
I am. They noticed that I'd lost weight.
What? So you walk in, you were hobbling a wee bit. What's up?
I've got a bad hip.
What did I say? She needs a new hip.
Yeah, I do.
Is that through jogging?
Yeah. I think road running hurts your joints that bit more, doesn't it?
That's what happened to Tiger.
My daughter's just come back from New York, done the New York Marathon.
Did
she?
Yeah, loved it.
How did she find it?
He says it was the bridges were tough, but he says, what a way to see New York.
Oh,
Brilliant.
Yeah. I mean, this is the thing. I would love to do the London Marathon next year. I'd love to do a marathon.
You got to train. You don't have time to do it. You got to train.
But now I'm trying to prioritise just getting my arse out running again. Alan, I was turning into a full pie. All I was doing was eating and sitting there drinking wine.
Ollie said that, and I thought, Ollie, you're banging it. It's not as if he goes out jogging, eh?
He's lost a bit of weight as well.
Yeah.
Ollie?
Yeah.
No, he hasn't. He hasn't. I've just seen the side-on view of him.
Oh, I love her. Fat shaming.
Shaban, you look like you've been in a health club.
Jeans and stuff.
Yeah. I had Botox.
Have you?
Lost weight. Got my barnet sorted.
Well, get the jabs in. Get them jabs in your belly.
Well, do you know what? I actually considered it. I was getting to that point. I thought, damn it, I might just go and get a jab. And then I thought, no, go and run. And then I lost a bit of weight.
I tell you what, this all happened. Steroids.
What
when you had an infection, didn't you? And you were on steroids.
Yeah.
That's when you ballooned.
Yes.
That's when you start to come in the doors. That. That's when you start to come in sideways.
I just like to say, I'm distancing myself from those comments.
Ollie, did you keep that? Yes.
That's when
we better get on with the back pages.
Shaban, anyway, listen.
That's amazing.
You look really fit, Shaban. I mean, I don't mean that in a...
Oh, steady.
You can see you've been training. I mean,
I'm just... look, I'm very... I see everything here. I've been here a long time. I just noticed everything.
You do, to be fair, you do, because Alan clocked it first.
You never ballooned.
But then he's not noticed that I've lost it.
You never ballooned in the first place.
She did. And she told me. She forgets. She's bloody steroids.
Oh my God, what a day. Okay, look at it today.
I said, you must be up early of a full English every morning, but it's a steroid tube.
Oh my God, he's dead right.
Sorry, Jamie.
He's coming for you after that. Babe.
Speaking of the jabs, how's Jamie?
Kids and 3.
We're talking about Jamie.
He can't come for me. He's got kids and 3 jobs to look after, 3 businesses.
To be fair, he would have said the exact same thing. Right, back pages today. A lot of focus, of course, on what happened last night for Aston Villa. The Telegraph, they're going for discrimination wins out on night of shame. That's Ollie Brown, the front page of the Telegraph. The Times is going for a night of football like no other. Nick Hellerby, our reporter up there in Birmingham, going to be with us for more on that.
I did watch a bit of it, yeah.
Yeah, they gave up a few chances to Aston Villa. But
I didn't see the game. I was talking about the build-up to it outside.
I'm like, stuff like that, yeah. So Nick will have more on that a little bit later on for us. It is, it really is. Let's focus on Rob Edwards, shall we? Here's something. Yes. He always looks well, doesn't he? He's not on the jabs. Back page of the Times.
He's your favourite manager, isn't he?
Yeah, did you ever see the thing that was trending in America with the housewives?
Yeah.
And they said they hope that Rob Edwards wins the World Cup. That cracked me up. Borough reject Wolves' move for Edwards. Martin Hardy saying that Wolves have led an official approach to make Rob Edwards their next manager. It's had it rejected by Middlesbrough. The call came yesterday afternoon from Wolves officials to try and take Edwards from the Riverside Stadium, where he's been in charge only since the summer. We don't have a lot of time, but an offer like this to go back to the Premier League, would you be mad not to take it, or considering he's going so well at Middlesbrough, do you stick?
That's a difficult one, isn't it? You know, you've been there. You know the football club's a big football club as well.
Yeah, well, if he's had 14 games, hasn't he? They're third in the league. Everything's going well. He's got a winning formula there, obviously. I coached him, actually. He was in the Welsh squad when I was assistant manager, so he's a nice lad, yeah. But I would stay where you are at the minute. I mean, as I said, the secret of management is getting a winning formula, and he's got one at Middlesbrough.
Andy Townsend actually was at Villa Park last night with Natalie Sawyer for the game, and he just mentioned at the end of the show that he thinks that Rob Edwards' kids live in that area and his family's there, so that might be another reason for he goes, okay, I'll be closer maybe to home. If that's true, you know, he's also been
8 points off Burnley, aren't they? But that's 8 points seems a lot. A couple of wins, but can you see them getting a couple of wins?
Well, he can do it. You get 3 wins, and people say, "Well, we can't see where our next win's coming from." Well, he can't. Liverpool lost 3 games to Crystal Palace, so in the Premier League, anybody can beat anybody. But when you're a manager now, you used to buy a house in the area, didn't you? You're on about your family. Then it was stay in a hotel. Now you might as well just get a caravan. Park the caravan outside the ground, because you're not going to be there long.
No.
Yeah, true.
Shaban, we'll have more time when you come back next time. We'll get
really,
straight.
I'm looking forward to it. I
good.
really am after that.
Should we get you a bigger chair?
Oh, that is bang out of order, Dean. Oh.
No, I'm only saying what you said. Out of order.
To be fair, you went straight in for the jugular.
No, I didn't mean to.
Balloon.
Saying she's eating a full English every morning.
No. We've got a new sponsor coming, Just Eat. Now, thanks, Shaban. That was a look at today's back pages with Tesco Mobile for Business. Coming up with some incredibly exciting news. Oh, yes, for all you at talkSPORT out there, all our fans. By the way, yesterday, so many people came up to me, which was lovely. It's not a day out with Dino, it's something good.
Backpage review on talkSPORT with Tesco Mobile for Business. Sign up today to get a £60 welcome bonus on our Black Friday deals. Offer ends 1st of December. Terms and verification at tescomobile.com/business.
let's be honest, we've all found ourselves raging at a referee's decision at some stage. Something like this.
That is an absolutely shocking decision.
They've got a case in that it was a bad decision.
It's such a poor decision.
Yeah, I think he's just made a bad decision in that instance.
But what does it take to get to the very top level of football refereeing? You can apply to become a referee through your local county FA from as soon as your 14th birthday. After spending several hours either in the classroom or on the pitch, they'll grant you level 7 status, which allows you to officiate amateur games. Then you'll work your way through the ranks of amateur football, not reaching the National League until level 2. It's a long process, bearing in mind every level from 7 upwards takes an average of a year. Also, there's no specific number of games you have to ref or hours you have to log before moving on up. You simply just have to be good enough. Once you're level 2 and have enough experience at a National League level, you can apply to the EFL to become a level 1 referee. Then it's on you to get enough experience to climb through the ranks and eventually become a Premier League referee. In total, there are 37,000 registered referees across England, but the PGMOL has only deemed 21 good enough to officiate games in the top flight. So if you want to make it to the top, there's less than a 1 in 1,000 chance of doing it, and it'll take you a decade to get there.
Robo-taxis, eh? What is happening?
Do you know what? We're not going to have a job soon. Apart from what you said about Chopin.
Chopin?
Chopin.
He used to play piano, didn't he?
I was watching the snooker there. It's from Japan, I think. The snooker's on the screen. But, yeah, robo-taxis. So all the taxi drivers are going to be out of work. Mechanics are going to be out of work.
No.
Electric engines.
Billy the cab. He'll be down the gun more than ever.
They'll have radio presenters. Artificial intelligence. We'll all be out of a job.
Well, we do have a couple of robots here earlier on the later shows, don't we?
I knew you were going to say that.
talkSPORT Breakfast with me and Dean Saunders, our good friends at Arnold Clark, get £750 off any used electric car or home charger. Time now for a bit of this.
Get in the ring to win on talkSPORT.
Great music. Brilliant. That's a classic. Absolute classic.
Have you seen The Tulsa King, by the way?
Seen bits of it. I'm not
brilliant.
Off. Oh, you like it, do you?
Yeah.
You know he's. I've got to be careful.
You can't. I don't think you can say midget.
All right, he's tiny.
Dwarf. You can say dwarf.
Platforms, doesn't he?
That's midgetism.
Sorry, but I'm just saying he's a.
He's not the biggest.
No, he's small. The boys were telling me in Escape to Victory because he was in that, wasn't he?
Yeah. Oh, he's so.
Yeah, very small.
Yeah. Great actor, though.
Oh, you'd think the money he's made.
Rambo.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And did you see the documentary about when he was at home with the family?
No.
That's good as well.
Yeah. Rambo, like, if you're bored, you put it on, don't you? You go back and, because a lot of the new films now are garbage, aren't they? And you go back and you put it on, you still chuckle and have a bit of a laugh, don't you? But Rocky was good. Apollo Creed.
I liked, What's the one with all the mafia films? Godfather.
Oh, and Goodfellas.
Goodfellas is
Brilliant.
my favourite.
A Deer Hunter. I know it's not mafia. The Deer Hunter, the music.
Once Upon a Time in America.
Oh, no, it's all good. All good. Anyway, why are we playing Rocky? Well, I'll tell you why. We have a new prize up for grabs, and it's a knockout. We're given a chance to win 2 tickets to the highly anticipated rematch, Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn, next Saturday, the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on Saturday the 15th. Do you see the picture of Conor Benn that was flying about on social media? How badly his face was after that fight. I tell you.
Oh, I didn't see it. Great fight, wasn't it?
Eubank caught him a few times. His face was...
Two boxers actually meant it.
Yeah, correct. And I think we'll get the same next week as well. So this prize includes a one-night stay at a 5-star hotel in London, plus $5,000, £5,000 spending money to make it an unforgettable weekend. Listen up. Yep, you don't want to miss this. Here's how you enter.
18 plus, UK excluding Northern Ireland. For a chance to win, text the word BOX to 83338 and you're in the draw. Text costs £2 plus 1 standard network rate message. You must have the bill payer's permission, or you can enter for free by calling 0330 880 3338. All entries must be received by the 13th of November at 1 p.m. and you need to answer our call to win. This is a talkSPORT limited promotion. Full terms and conditions at talksport.com.
Tom, just quickly, very briefly, De Niro, Godfather 2, magnificent.
Yeah.
Like when they go back in time, and he's creeping along the rooftops and he shoots what's his name? Was it the Feather or something? They called him or something? Or, the guy dressed in the white suit and, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Right, a strange night at Villa Park last night with no Maccabi fans allowed to attend the game due to security concerns. There was also reports thousands would take to the streets to protest against the decision. I'm not sure about thousands, but look, plenty of police there. talkSPORT's Nick Ellaby was sent up to Villa Park. He was outside all day. Joins us now, tells exactly what occurred. Nick, a very good morning.
Morning, Nick.
Hi, good morning, guys. How you doing?
Yeah, good, Nick. I don't think there was any serious trouble, thank goodness, was there?
Not really, no. There were 11 arrests made in the end. There was a 21-year-old man who allegedly tried to throw fireworks into Villa Park. A 21-year-old guy who was arrested for not removing his face covering. A 17-year-old boy for not complying with a dispersal order. 1 for breach of the peace and another 5 for racially aggravated public order offences. But the only kind of clash I saw was just before kickoff when some of the last Villa fans were arriving. I would say there was probably about 800 pro-Palestinian protesters there last night.
Right.
Outside, underneath the Trinity Road stand. The police were very, very good at keeping them all in one place. There was a bit of a flashpoint between some of the Aston Villa fans in the Holt end and the pro-Palestinian supporters. I think I saw someone try to throw a bottle into the ground at one stage. They were kind of giving it a bit to each other. And then apart from that, I think there was a very small counter-protest of pro-Israeli groups on the other side of the stadium, but only about 80 of them, and they were kept the police kind of escorted them from the station to the ground and kept them well away from the pro-Palestinian supporters on the other side.
You mentioned there, Nick, a couple of guys arrested for covering his face and taking fireworks. Can't you just take the face covering off him, take the fireworks off, say, don't be stupid, go and beat it? What's the point of arresting them?
So, well, that's a good question, but the West Midlands Police last night put it's called Section 60 AA, which means they have special powers to remove face coverings in case, they think anyone's up to no good. They would have requested the person remove that a number of times. If he didn't, then, then they nick him. That's the point of the Section 60 AA, really. I'd say a good result for West Midlands Police last night. There were 700 of them on the streets. I've rarely seen a place so full of police.
And no problems afterwards, Nick? After the game, no problems?
No, so all the pro-Palestinian supporters were sort of dispersed before kickoff, pushed away from the ground, and then mostly just Villa fans telling me what a legend Ali McCoy's.
You broke up there, Nick. I heard McCoy, so we'll continue without him.
Well, I was gonna ask Nick there. I noticed there was empty seats, lots of empty seats, and I'm wondering if some of the fans have just not bothered going to the game, thinking
they either
it's going to be aggro.
Disagree with the ban, or it could be anything, couldn't it? They disagree with the ban, or they're in protest that they should be banned from UEFA. or they just thought there was going to be trouble. You don't know. You need to ask them.
Well, who's lost out on that Aston Villa revenue? Empty seats.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Yeah, probably.
No, I watched the Crystal Palace game. The stadium is bouncing.
Yeah.
Palace
Full
in
house,
Europe.
wasn't it?
Yeah. I know at Villa Park last night. Empty seats behind the dugout all the way along the side.
It's politics and football again, do you know? It shouldn't go, should it?
No. And if I had 2 children, I'd be thinking, I'm not going to the game tonight.
Well, why would you?
A bit of aggro.
Do you know what I mean? Why would you thinking it could kick off? You wouldn't, would you?
No.
Nick, thank you for that. But, oh, God, I don't know. And then you've got... No, I'm not going to go into it. I was going to talk about Trump peace trophy with FIFA, with the World Cup coming up. What a joke. It's just, you can't make it up. Right, I'm looking forward. We're looking forward because we're talking with Travis Perkins. Breakfast preview, here we go.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Download the new improved app to easily manage your accounts and quotes.
Diamonds are forever. Sparkling round my little finger.
What's this about now?
Unlike men, the diamonds
just got out of bed.
Diamonds are
It's got to be something to do with Dino's Diamonds, Harry.
Yeah. Well, he hasn't mentioned it to me yet.
Well, the Premier League is back and we'll be building up to Dino's Diamonds coming later. Is Manchester City-Liverpool a game which decides who are Arsenal's biggest challengers? 03717 223344. Give us a ring. Can the good vibes at Manchester United just look what happened if, I know if's a wee word with a big meaning, but had they scored against Forest to win 3-2, they'd be second now, wouldn't they? Manchester United, can they continue against Tottenham live? Tottenham, you just don't know what you're getting there. An exclusive on talkSPORT. And is there any way Sunderland can be the team to finally score against the Arsenal? Give us a call and get involved. At the start of the season, I thought, well, there's a gimme, wouldn't you? Arsenal going to Sunderland. Not
They've done brilliant, Sunderland. All the teams who've come up have done well. They're all doing well, aren't they?
Yeah. Okay, for your diamond deals. Well, you know what to do. Listen to Dino later. That was a look ahead with our good friends with loads of deals. Travis Perkins.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Get free next day track delivery. Head to travisperkins.co.uk or download the app.
Okay, talkSPORT breakfast with Dino. Right, what do we know this Friday morning? Borough, Middlesbrough have rejected an approach from Wolves to speak to manager Rob Edwards. It's understood Wolves will be required to pay a significant compensation fee to Borough to secure Edwards, who only took over at the Riverside Stadium in June. Dino coached him as a kid as well, didn't you?
Well, he wasn't a kid. He was actually in the Wales squad.
All right, okay.
When John Toshak was the manager, I was assistant. But really nice lad.
Yeah.
And he was a good player, by the way.
Yeah.
Good player for Wolves as well. Played a lot of years.
So why do you think he's rejected it then? Just the situation they're in and probably have to sell more before they can buy, or?
I don't think he's rejected it. I think Middlesbrough, and understandably, they're third in the league, 14 games in. They've picked him as manager. And I just think when you get a winning formula, you got to stick with it, because there's a sack round the corner for you. Whatever club you're at, you could go to Wolves, lose 6 games on the bounce, and get sacked at Wolves. You've seen what happened to Ange. How long did Ange last? 8 games. So I think if I was going to, nothing against Wolves, because we know it's a big club. They've not won a game this season, and he's walking into a bit of a mess. Whereas at Middlesbrough, he's doing really well. So I would say stick with it. Try and get him promoted.
Well, it looks as if he is going to now. So, as Borough, they're a bit hit and miss, but then that's the Championship for you. Look at Wrexham beating Coventry. Great hat-trick.
Yeah.
Kiefer Moore, wasn't it?
Yeah, great.
The Coventry have bounced back.
They got beat by Cardiff as well in the Welsh Derby game.
Yeah.
Cardiff played really well. And then they
they're a
bounced
league
back.
below.
Yeah. Bounced back, he scored a hat-trick. But Gibson's a good chairman, isn't he?
Very good. He's been there for years, and he's solid, and he'll give you a chance. Alex
Ferguson always said, sign for the chairman, not the club.
Well, we're going to talk about Fergie in just a moment with Harry Skelton, champion jock. But first, it was a miserable night for Scottish sides in Europe. Celtic and Rangers both losing. Aberdeen getting a draw with Larnaca. Someone texted me yesterday, Chermetti, Rangers, will go on loan to Braga. Now, just double check how much they paid for him, but I think he's, is it 8 million, something like that? I think he's on his way. I think they've decided, not for us, see you later, on his way to Braga. So that, but look, as someone texts me that, it could be, I'm pretty sure it's 100%, but we'll wait and see. What about Thomas Tuchel announcing his squad for this month's qualifier later this morning? Darren Bent has had this to say about the potential inclusion of Phil Foden.
I understand, listen, for Manchester City, he has been phenomenal. But I've not yet seen him step up for England. And I've heard people make...
Foden issue or manager issue?
Well, a little bit of both, really. I mean, unfortunately, he plays in a position where we are very heavily loaded. Now, I've seen Jude play well for England. I've seen Cole Palmer have his moments for England.
Agreed.
I've not seen Phil do that yet. Now, people make excuses for him. And I'm a big Phil Foden fan. Right now, he doesn't start. He doesn't start for England for me. I'm not shoehorning him in on that left-hand side because we won't see the best of him. He has to play in the middle somewhere. Now, I guess you could go Bellingham, then a little bit deeper, Rice a little bit deeper from where he's been playing, and then play Foden as a 10. You could do that.
100%.
But then he's up against Cole Palmer. Now, in my personal opinion, and I don't know what you think, if they're both at their absolute maximum, I'm taking Palmer.
Yeah.
Because Palmer carries more of a goal threat.
Do you know what? It's a difficult one. I was thinking about this the other day, and you get Saka on one side. Rice has got, I think Declan's got to sit in front of the back four. And then who else is in there? Bellingham, I think, has to play, Dino.
Well, he's got Anderson as well.
No, listen, I'm not taking anything away from Anderson. Anderson's, you know what you're getting, don't you? You can trust him with everything. But to win a big one, do you not need a wee bit more than that?
Well, you need a bit of everything in there, don't you? You know, you look at...
Where does Anthony Gordon come in? Does he get a game?
I think... well, he's done well, hasn't he? Anthony Gordon.
I'm with Benny. Palmer's got to play. He's got to play. Saka's probably got to play. Rice has got to play. Bellingham's got to play. So, it's amazing the riches they've got in there.
Well, there's no Grealish. There's no Palmer. No Maddison queuing up.
Yeah.
As well. But Foden, for me, has to be in the squad. In front of Loftus-Cheek.
Well, let's do more on that, because I want to get stuck into the race. And you just mentioned there this great series, Champions Full Gallop on ITV, I think it is. Yeah. The jump racing season is off and running, and with some great racing coming up. So let's speak now to current champion Harry Skelton, a key part of the ever successful Skelton Yard. They've done brilliant. A very good morning. Harry, how are you? Good morning.
Morning, Harry.
Harry?
Are you there?
We'll try and get Harry back. You reckon this is a great... Steve-O's down at Fontwell today. I think it's today racing Fontwell and Exeter as well, but Steve-O's at Fontwell. Great little track.
Well, yeah, and Exeter's great as well, and Joe Tizard's got some good chances.
Nice guy, by the way. Real nice guy, yeah.
But you should watch this. I've watched all 6 episodes of the Gallop. It's brilliant.
What is this on? Is it ITV Plus? Or
I've watched it on YouTube, but I've not watched it on ITV, but I've watched every episode, one after another.
Yeah.
And it's like, behind the walls, like at football, but they've got it they're in the jockey room, they're in the train. They've got the build-up for last season, who's going to win the Trainers' Championships. It's Constitution Hill. There's one series on him.
Well, JP must be in there. We're talking about the new line. I think that's in the Scouting Yard, isn't it?
There's a lot of talk about the independent football regulator. Some people love the sound of it, others don't. But what actually is it? And is it going to be any good for the game? In simple terms, it'll be an organisation not controlled by the Premier League, the EFL or the government, which will make sure all clubs are financially stable and don't rip off the fans. The aim is to make sure what happened to Bury, Derby and Reading doesn't happen again. Now, a significant reason clubs go under is because of dodgy owners financially mismanaging the club and running it into the ground. But in theory, these should be a thing of the past with the new regulator. They'll be able to use data from the National Crime Agency to perform stronger fit and proper persons tests and can even force owners to give up their stake in a club, which for certain supporters might be a welcome relief. It's likely good news for the EFL. The tension between them and the Premier League over a fair financial deal has been increasing in recent years. As it stands, talks have broken down. The Premier League backed out of recent negotiations, but the regulator will have the power to force through a deal, meaning more money for clubs lower down the pyramid. Now, this might sound simple, but in reality there's concerns this will open a legal can of worms, which could result in messy court cases involving the Premier League and the regulator. Parachute payments will be brought under the control of the regulator too. If they reduce them, it could mean a wider variety of clubs securing promotion to the top flight, but critics reckon it'll just mean the gap between the Premier League and EFL actually widens, as promoted clubs won't get as much money, which should normally be used to buy better players so they can compete. And current Premier League clubs have said if there were no parachute payments, they'd actually invest less, which would harm the quality of the top flight. And if clubs don't invest, then you'll get exactly what the EFL don't want, which is the same 3 clubs going down every year. And remember when Cardiff's owners changed the club's colours and badge? Well, in future, fans will have to approve any major changes to their club's heritage. Now that might all sound great, but do we really need it? Some say the downfall of Reading and Bury is an exception, not the rule. So as a whole, the most successful footballing pyramid in world football doesn't need regulation. They say it scares investors who can help grow the game. If those investors go elsewhere, well, the Premier League may no longer be the destination for the best players in the world. And others, well, they just don't trust politicians to appoint truly independent people to regulate our game.
was thinking there, Al.
I know you're thinking, don't talk to me about tax.
No, I'm not. Not tax. Going off the tax for a minute.
Or liars.
Someone breaking into my car.
Oh, I heard
Saturday
about
night.
this. Yeah.
Stealing my bag out my
Really?
car. Yeah.
Why didn't you stick it in the boot?
It was two. I've seen the footage. Two lads on scooters, balaclavas on.
Why didn't you put it in the boot?
Well, it's my fault. I left it. I've got tinted windows, and I left it on the back seat. Like, you know, one of them little ones you take on the aeroplane?
Yeah.
One of them. That's why I'm going to Curry's today. It's Black Friday.
Yeah.
To buy a new projector that I've got. One of them. I've got one of them little portable projectors.
So how's that going to stop two guys breaking in your car?
No, I'm going to go replace it. They nicked it. So anyway, the window. How much do you think for the little window at the back? How much do you think they quoted me?
300 quid.
480 quid they quoted me.
Really?
Because it was a Sunday.
But then Bentleys are expensive.
It's not a Bentley. It's an old... My car's 2006, 2010.
Well, we'll talk to Christian then.
You know what I mean?
So you sell a proper car.
Going around breaking into people's cars.
A joke, isn't it?
Aye.
No, it is. Whether it's an older car, a new car, even tyres. We've had a couple of tyres gone down, nails in them, stuff like that, you know, and you're looking 300 quid minimum for a tyre.
You know,
it's a joke, isn't it?
I don't know if I've got this right. Do you know if you when you get your pension, it's 12 grand a year, isn't it?
And then less tax.
12 grand a year can't get you from the London Bridge Hotel to Euston Station.
Just, you know, there's no point talking about the government, prisons, tax. Just get on with it. There's no point.
I've worked it out. We sat down at the golf club the other day, the lads, we were after the golf, and we worked out how much you need just to survive and have a game of golf.
Yeah. Well, people listen, London's not the be-all and end-all, so people listening up north will say, oh, London, London. But you try live in London, right? London is so expensive, and how do people who get a good wage, 32 grand a year, a real good wage, they can't survive in London.
Well, if your council tax is 2 grand, say, right, just work on your gas, electric, car insurance, if you've got a car.
Yeah.
Forget holidays, food, putting food on the table. I worked it out.
Food's expensive.
You need 24 grand to get out of bed.
Net?
You need 24 grand. You've got to earn 40 to pay the 24.
Do it. It doesn't make sense, does it?
That's just to get out of bed, not going on holidays. Unbelievable.
I know. Well, I'll be honest with you, I do pinch myself sometimes, think how lucky we are. We've had a great life footballing, and you've managed, you've coached. I've been here for 25 years. You know, we're pretty lucky we are. You know,
I feel sorry for people with kids.
Oh, I know. Well, people really have got a thing about can I afford another kid, don't they?
I don't know. The world's going pear-shaped.
It is. It's gone pear-shaped. Talks about breakfast with the Chancellor, Dean Saunders, and me, Alan Brazil, and Arnold Clark. Now, an international break is coming. Before that, the Premier League is going to be brilliant. Look at some of the games coming up this weekend.
What a big weekend we've got on talkSPORT.
And it's about to heat up again.
Polinia, it is 2-0.
Found Fernandez. He can find the corner.
And this is the moment. This is the season.
Great ball, Marino, 2-0. Lovely goal for Arsenal.
Jack deflected and in. Goal within 44 seconds in the second half. I said it down the middle. He squares it to Pedro. It's 1-0 to Chelsea.
Schade, he's in. He scores.
Back out to Guimaraes, and Bruno Guimaraes gets above the marker and heads the ball in.
Tapped in by Watkins. 1-1. And Semenyo finishes the night off.
You just don't get drama like this anywhere else.
This is a big game for both these clubs.
Sarr hits it in for 3.
Into the area. Welbeck's header! And they've done it!
What an epic battle we have unfolding.
Here's Haaland! It's another record, another goal. Given away, Mo Salah! This time he'll count.
The drama, the tension. This is Premier League football at its best.
So we kick off with a cracker right here in talkSPORT. Got to be goals, isn't there? Spurs, Man United. Then it's around the grounds with Adrian for all the goals as they go in up and down the country. Then 8 o'clock, it's off to the bridge for a talkSPORT exclusive, Chelsea against Wolves. Chelsea could batter Wolves, but then again, Chelsea can have their off day. They were great against Spurs, weren't they? Or were Spurs awful against Chelsea, do you know?
Bit of both, but have you seen how many changes Chelsea have made this season?
Loads.
85.
Yeah. I was going to say
incredible,
68,
isn't it?
70, but more than that.
85 changes.
Incredible.
But they've got a massive squad, haven't they? Do you think they're ahead of schedule, Chelsea? Because they've obviously signed young players.
I still think they're fourth best.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult to get above Liverpool. Liverpool spending $500 million and Man City spending 300 million. It's going to be difficult to jump above them no matter what, and Arsenal. But I think they're slightly... I thought he'd get sacked, the manager.
Yeah.
He had too many players. But they're doing all right, I think.
Man City, though, it's 4 wins and 5 to move up into second, and up next is Liverpool. Whoa. At the Etihad on Sunday. But are they back? Simon Jordan, what does Simon think about it?
The only way they're back is if they win the Premier League. And if the answer is that they're going to win the Premier League, then the answer, in my view, would be no. So then, by the definition of the standards, which means Man City are back, is no, they're not back because they're not dominating English football. And long may that continue, because who wants a Bundesliga Mark II? Who wants a replication of other European leagues that have dominant teams that you know who's going to win the league every single year? Who wants that besides the individual club's fans?
I understand what Simon's saying, but you got to give Arsenal credit, surely.
Arsenal haven't got any really young defenders.
Well, no, not defenders, but you get the young boy, the Essex boy, brilliant. What's his name? Fantastic.
Lewis Skelly.
Max.
Dalman. Yeah, he looks
fantastic.
He doesn't look 15. If you said to me how old do you think he is, I'd say about 20. The way he uses his body, like an experienced pro.
Yeah.
But Man City have got young defenders, and it's going to cost them, I think.
Well, Simon says they aren't winning the league, but an impressive win against Liverpool. Does that put the pressure on Arsenal? Let's find out. We'll build up to a huge weekend in the Premier League with the Guardian's Manchester correspondent, Jamie Jackson. Morning, Jamie.
Morning, Jamie.
Good morning.
Jamie, I think we got to start with this City-Liverpool game. What a cracker. You know, Arsenal themselves, maybe slightly easier. They're going to Sunderland, but that's suddenly turned into a tough game. But City, do you really fancy City? Because Liverpool are now beginning to find their rhythm again.
I don't know if I really fancy City, but, because what I would say about Manchester City is they're starting to get it back together going forward, and there is a little bit more solidity, but they can still be got at. This Rodri absence, because he's going to be missing again. It's been 14 months now since his knee injury, and he's not come back properly, if you understand what I mean. He has come back, but he keeps on getting setbacks.
Did we realise how good he was before he got injured, Jamie? Because it's incredible the difference when he's out the side.
And Jamie, what is setbacks? They weren't the same knee injury, was it? Has it been a groin strain or something?
Well, at the moment, it's a good question, Dean. It kind of was. He didn't get another serious knee injury, but for example, at the moment, it's a hamstring problem. So he came on for the last minute of the game on Sunday, but he wasn't available for Dortmund. And Pep said, before that game on Wednesday, it's only a little sort of thing. He won't be out for too long, but I don't expect him to be part of the squad on a Sunday. And, this is what I'm talking about, because without him, they can be got at. Each time, basically, a team goes at City, because I watch them all the time. And I was at the Club World Cup, etc., when they got knocked out by Al Hilal. They look like they can be got at. There is a vulnerability there. So you go to Liverpool, who obviously know how to attack. And this Real Madrid result, especially when they kept a clean sheet, I know they were at home, but they've been wobbling a little bit. I understand they won the previous league game to sort of stop the rot, but I just feel this is going to be a tight one. Liverpool won home and away last season in this fixture under Slot. I'm not saying necessarily they're going to win, but if you then widen it out to the Arsenal situation, as you mentioned, this is a great fixture for Arsenal, because if they can beat Sunderland, and whatever the result, particularly a draw, is great for Arsenal, right?
Yeah.
Because one of their rivals is going to lose ground.
Jamie, I'm not going to talk about Haaland because we know how good he is. He's just special, magnificent. On to Phil Foden. I'm delighted Phil's playing again and O'Reilly's playing again, because there was a spell where Pep wasn't playing them. But just on Phil, the big question on everyone's lips is England squad. He's got to be in there, hasn't he, the way he's performing now? He's playing with ease. He's stroking the ball into the bottom corners. He's playing with so much confidence. He has to be in.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. And it's interesting you describe his goals like that, Al, because particularly the first one against Dortmund, it was like he just nonchalantly passed the keeper into the bottom corner. I mean, both his goals that night went in the corner, but the first one especially, obviously I watched him, I'm there, and I'm thinking, wow, he's just sort of calmly put that into the bottom corner. So I think it could go either way, but I do think it'd be, I think Tuchel, I personally think Tuchel will pick him, but I wouldn't be surprised if it goes either way. I am a bit surprised there's a bit of a debate. The only thing I'd say, and I think Darren Bent said it in the clip he played earlier, he's never really done it for England that I can remember anyway. Whereas Jude Bellingham, who I think he's going to be recalled, has done it. He did it at the Euros, got England out the fire in one game, I think, when he scored towards the end. So maybe that's what's in Tuchel's thinking. But I do think he's a class act. And, Tuchel's job, you don't need me to say this, is to get the best out of all this talent he has. And yeah, you're right, Phil Foden, this is why, with De Bruyne gone now, and he had been missing last season because of injury. If you think back 2 years ago, Foden was, the Players' Player of the Year, etc. 27 goals in all competitions. He kind of didn't win them the league single-handedly, but if he plays well, City do. So when Tuchel announces his squad, it's going to be very interesting. I think it's probably going to be the major talking point. So it could go either way. Guardiola was asked about this after the game, about Foden being selected, and he said, well, it's up to Tuchel, but, I'm sure Thomas Tuchel will do the best for your country. So we'll have to wait and see.
What game are you covering? Are you down? Are you in London at Tottenham, or are you doing the City game?
Yeah, I'll be keeping an eye on the United game at Spurs, but I'll be at the Etihad for City Liverpool.
Brilliant. Look forward to it. Speak next week. Thank you. There you go. It's a cracker. Jamie Jackson there from The Guardian. Manchester United, as I said earlier, have got to break. But United, had they beaten Forest, and they didn't, but had they, look at the table. It's remarkable how high they'd have been. They've been up in joint second or something. Ridiculous.
I think 8th would be good for Man United.
Oh, no, I think they'll
finish 8th.
I think they'll finish better than that. Right, 7:15. Brains of Britain here trying to find England start.
Well, you're Scottish, I'm Welsh.
Yeah.
We don't have to get this England team perfect, but we can have a go, can't we?
Well, I look, if you go Skelly...
Give me your team from Pickford in goal.
Gay.
Right
Pickford,
back, James.
Yeah, Stones.
Gay. Left back.
Skelly. Rice in front of them.
Yeah.
Saka right. Left, I'm struggling, but Phil Foden's got to play. Palmer's got to play closer to Kane.
Yeah.
So I'm missing one player.
Well, I've got Pickford, Reece James right back, Lewis Skelly left back, or that's up for debate. Stones and Gay, Rice and Foden with Palmer in front of them.
Yeah.
Behind Kane, Anthony Gordon on the left, Saka on the right.
Yeah. Well, yeah, if I put Gordon in there, I've got my living. But...
That's a good team, isn't it?
Right, don't forget, we bring you all the England squad later this morning. Don't listen to us too. And all the papers this morning are saying Jude Bellingham.
I've got
Jude
Bellingham.
For God's
Right,
sake,
listen,
Dino, you numpty.
That's why we got sacked, Al. Rip that up. We've left Bellingham out. So you've got to leave Foden out for Bellingham, haven't you?
I'm leaving it, Thomas. Right, all the papers this morning are saying Jude is in. Is that the right decision? 03717 22 3344, the number to call. But first, let's have a wee bit of this. $7.22. There she was last night in front of the box. A big tin of heroes chomping away. Go on, Joe. And it didn't happen, did it, Shaban?
It didn't happen for our Joe Marler. But what an incredible TV moment.
I've not seen it. I'll need
Al.
Joe's watching it, but
I haven't watched it, but I'm hearing vicious rumour that Joe, the big, strong Joe Marler, rugby player, animal, has got beaten by Alan Carr.
Yeah, chatty man. He's done it.
Steady.
He's
what? Steady. Carry on,
Carr's beat him.
Alan Carr, by the way, what a good egg as well. What a good egg. But the fact
his old man was involved with, was it West Ham?
No, his dad played for Northampton.
Newcastle.
He was manager of Northampton.
Is that not something to do with Rangers? Have I just made that up?
What?
Was that not something to do?
Go on, Joe.
Maybe not. Maybe I've made that up. But yeah, pubs had watch parties last night. 10 million people watched it. Did you hear any from Jill's room?
No, because I was in London. She was in. I know she's got a big voice.
True.
But she was in Suffolk and I was in London.
We were all shook if that's fair to say. The comedy man revealing he was the traitor has been hailed as the TV moment of the year. But also before that, our Joe Marler, who was favourite to win this, by the way, going into it, he was
I'll
an
be careful
even
with
money.
our Joe. He might get a hump a wee bit.
Well, Joe, fair play to you. I mean, absolutely brilliant. He was a faithful throughout, and then he'd cracked it. He'd cracked the code. He knew who the traitors were, and his bestie. Then Nick went on and
but last week, did Joe not know it was Alan Carr? Did he? I'm sure.
Well, they filmed this. They filmed this a while ago, right? No, but he wouldn't have said that. He wouldn't have said that. Yes, sorry. You mean in the show? Yes, of course.
All right.
Joe felt like he knew the whole time, and in the end, he was right about it. But Alan Carr was the one who it went down to in the end. 3 were left: Alan, David, and Nick. Everyone thought they were in the green. What does Nick do? He's a comedian.
Is he? Right.
Got to the very end. Everyone was passing, saying, yeah, the game's over. And then Alan was like, I have, and always have been, a traitor.
Oh, where you go. You must have,
I'm not kidding.
You must have had suspicions it was him.
It was absolutely shocking. A lot of us were shocked. £87,000 he's won for charity. He said, it's been tearing me apart. Actually, a lot of people got emotional watching it as well, because then he got a wee bit like teary. And the civilians one starts on New Year's Day, so we're already excited for that. But Joe Marler's old mate, Danny Kerr, is very, very proud of him.
Jose Marler, the man, the myth, the legend, the ultimate traitor hunter. So proud of you, mate. You absolutely smashed it. So happy the world gets to see the amazing person that you are. So funny, so witty, so clever. And I thought we may have seen the first ever actual killing on the Traitors when Nick put Joe's name down. I thought he was going to throw him through the wall. But well done, mate. Love you loads. Answer your phone.
Do you know Joe was doing a lunch in Liverpool and he declared the Beatles, I hate the Beatles.
But worse than that, can you remember he threatened to beat you up at Goodwood? Because you were winding him up.
Him and whose army?
I had to step in. I honestly don't think he's that hard.
Did it get a bit spicy?
He threatened to beat Alan up.
No, he wasn't.
You were winding him up, weren't you? You were carrying on.
No, that's not me. I don't wind
honestly,
people up.
money to watch that. But fair play, Joe. I don't know
Joe's
how we'll
great.
ever get him back on the show because it was absolutely magic. Could you do it? Do you think you could go weeks in the castle in Scotland?
Well, I've not seen it. You're asking the wrong person. Ask Dino.
Dino, do you think you could do it? Could you picture
I
it?
went to the audition for Dancing on Ice.
Did you?
Yeah.
Shut up. When?
Yeah.
When?
I went for the
Oh, he's
audition.
nimble on his feet, Dino.
And it's a low...
Triple psycho.
It's a low
Psycho.
point.
Psycho.
It's a low point in my career, Al. I've hit the bottom because I went for the audition and they give the job to Gemma Collins instead of me.
You all right, babe?
Dino's Bolero.
To be fair.
Could you throw Gabby under the bus for £87,000 for charity?
All day long.
All day.
For £8.70, I could do it.
Such good show. New Year's Day, that's when the regulars will
So
start.
when you say the celeb, that was the celeb one. When you say the not, what do you mean? Who's in the next one then?
Well, we don't know as yet, but they call it the civilians one. New Year's Day, that'll start. That's just your
So people we don't know.
your average kind of peep. In fact, there was
that
a
might
woman
make
on
it.
So a woman on it before a few years ago. Her name's Faye Greaves, and she's an Ipswich fan and Alan Brazil's biggest fan. She said she saw you in the pub one day.
Would you go in the jungle, Al?
A few years ago, not now.
See, you could do Traitors because you're allowed to sit and have a glass of wine and debrief at the end of the day.
I'll give you 250 grand.
What?
To go in the jungle.
No.
Why not?
I'll give you 500 grand.
Do Traitors then 2 weeks in Scotland.
No,
Everyone's got a price. How much?
No, I'm not doing it.
I'll do the Traitors. Don't be a big bore.
No, I'm not
Come
doing
on.
it. No, get my cloister in there. I'm not doing it. Right, here we go, Shaban. Thank you. So that starts when? Not next week.
New Year's Day.
Oh, does it really? As quick as that? Well, obviously they're filming now, aren't they?
Yeah.
Did Joe prove to the world that he is a national treasure? We love Joe here. 03717 223344. Put your phone on. Is a number to call. Up next, we'll start building up to what should be an absolute cracker in a week's time. And I reckon this will be a cracker. Eubank Jr. against Ben, the rematch.
Premier League's profit and sustainability rules are sold to us as financial fair play, a way to keep clubs from going bust. But there are those who feel it's starting to look a lot like a system that protects the big boys and keeps the rest in their lane. Here's how it works and why people feel that way. So clubs can only lose 105 million quid over 3 years, which sounds fair, but here's the kicker. Your limit includes how much you earn. So if you're one of the traditional top 6, you've got massive global revenue streams and you can spend way more while still technically following the rules. Meanwhile, ambitious clubs like Newcastle, Villa or Forest, well, they're bringing a knife to a gunfight. Newcastle might be backed by Saudi billions, but they just can't splurge the cash. Their commercial income isn't there yet. Last season, they won their first domestic trophy since 1955 and qualified for the Champions League, which you'd think would be a great springboard for them to go on and start building a team to challenge at the very top. But because of PSR restraints, they couldn't break their wage structure for a new Alexander Isak contract, and look what happened there. So what's the solution? Well, either loosen the reins so ambitious clubs can spend within their means, or cap spending based on something other than revenue. Otherwise, we're just watching the same 6 teams swapping silverware most seasons, and that, folks, ain't what the Premier League was built on.
Okay, 7:33, Fridays amongst us, talkSPORT breakfast with me, Brazil. Dino, the storyteller Saunders. Everyone's saying that now, Dean.
Oh, that's. By the way, you know what that is? The darts. So on my shirt.
Oh yeah,
the storyteller.
Yeah. Oh, that's coming up again. talkSPORT darts.
Yeah, and I am practicing.
By the way,
on a hat
Crazy Dave with the dartses at the Moortown Bell. His horse only won at Ascot last weekend.
No.
And they were all on it. Yeah, they were all on it.
Did he tell you?
Yeah, he did tell me. And I didn't.
What price was it?
I didn't play. 41.92.
Oh.
I know. But he was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
I met the lad who looks after all his pubs.
He took up 2 out and just, not just held on. Done well.
Did he?
Yeah.
Missed that, didn't we? I seen him at Neil McCann Suits.
Oh, yes.
The lad who looks after Dave's pubs, Moortown Bell and all that.
Yeah.
But that was a good night with John Joe O'Neill.
Yeah, John just
and AJ, his son.
Jackie and the kid. A great family.
Yes,
great
lovely.
Family.
And Jackie.
We'll be there soon.
Yes.
Up there. talkSPORT breakfast with Dino. Get 750 quid off any used electric car or home charger. 03717223344, the number to call after England's rugby legend Joe Marler. Well done, Joe. His performance in Traitors. Well done, Alan Carr, winning it. Did he prove he's a national treasure? John's a Rangers fan, but wants to talk about Joe Marler. John, a very good morning. Welcome.
Morning, John.
Morning, Dino. Morning, Alan. How are you?
Yeah, good, mate. Do you enjoy it, Traitors?
Yeah, I did enjoy it, actually. I'm gutted that Joe didn't win. I have to just say, I'm not just a Rangers supporter, I'm a Tottenham supporter. And Alan, I can't tell you how many times I got you as a Panini sticker as a double for years ago. But anyway, he's an absolute legend, Joe Marler. I was just saying to the producer that you guys and him have helped me through the last few years. I'm suffering with a bit of mental health problems and whatnot, but I'm getting myself together, and he's been a big help to me as well by listening to what he has to say. I enjoy you guys every morning. Alan, you're an absolute legend. 25 years, you and Beaky.
Well, you're very, very welcome, by the way, John. And John, I'm delighted you're getting over this because since I've been doing this job, but I've had people come up to me in the French Alps and stuff like that and say thank you. I was really down, and it's amazing what a little bit of chat and a little bit of fun can do to people who might be on their own a lot. So there's a lot of help out there now as well, John. So I'm well done you. Never mind me. Well done you.
In lockdown as well, wasn't it? In lockdown, it got a lot of people through it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a massive boost. I mean, I speak to your two colleagues, Hawksby and Jacobs, in the afternoon as well sometimes, and do the match calling, the results, what we think, predictor. That's what I'm trying to say, predictor. So yeah, it's a great channel, talkSPORT, and but Joe Marler, going back to what we were originally talking about, he is an absolute legend, and I'm hoping that he can get on talkSPORT.
Oh, we'll get him on there. Better be in huge demand now, John. But just for you, I'll make a call today, right? If he puts his phone on, Joe. But he is a gentleman. He's a top man. So, John, keep it going, mate. Well done. Thank you for your call. Time now, 7:37 for this.
Get in the ring to win on talkSPORT.
Now we have a new prize up for grabs, and it's a knockout. Not Eddie Waring, it's a knockout. We're giving you a chance. You remember that, Dino? It's a knockout?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Brilliant, wasn't it?
Oh, that was my favourite show.
Just Sans Frontier.
Yeah, Stuart Hall was the presenter.
A new prize up for grabs. We're giving you the chance to win 2 tickets to the highly anticipated rematch, Eubank Junior versus Conor Benn at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on next Saturday, the 15th of November. The prize includes a one-night stay at a 5-star hotel in London, plus £5,000 spending money, £5,000, to make it an unforgettable weekend, right? So listen up. Here's how to enter.
18 plus, UK excluding Northern Ireland. For a chance to win, text the word BOX to 83338 and you're in the draw. Text costs £2 plus 1 standard network rate message. You must have the bill payer's permission, or you can enter for free by calling 0330 880 3338. All entries must be received by the 13th of November at 1 p.m. and you need to answer our call to win. This is a talkSPORT limited promotion. Full terms and conditions at talksport.com.
This could be a great night, a great fight. I really, really enjoyed the first fight I did, and I thought Ben was so brave, but Eubank, just that extra weight and power. But it could change. So will it be one of the greatest rematches ever? Let's find out with talkSPORT's fight pundit, the brilliant Spencer Oliver. Spencer, morning.
Morning, Spence.
Good morning, gents. How are we both doing?
Good. Spencer, I was just saying to Dino earlier, when I knew we were going to talk about it, I saw the pictures. I think Eubank Jr. was in hospital, after the fight, and he took some pictures of his face, how swollen it was. So Ben clearly got to him on many occasions. And there was some fight, by the way, and he had to show a lot of courage and as I say, use that. He had to drop a lot of weight, but he still had, enough strength to see it through. And I thought it was the right decision. But I'm not sure about this rematch, Spence. I don't know how it's going to go.
Well, do you know what, Alan? I'm a great fan of this rematch for all the reasons that you've just pointed out. It was a great fight back in April, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It was all about whether Conor Benn could move up a couple of weight divisions, challenge Chris Eubank Jr. and hold that strength. And he proved that he could do that. But it was a real back and forth in that contest. And we saw the pictures of Eubank, who was severely dehydrated after the fight as well. We saw the pictures of his face, and obviously Conor Benn's face was grossly swollen as well. It's testament to both guys and what they left all in the ring. Like they went for it, both of them. They both had their moments. It went down to the wire. Eubank was the rightful winner. But, we get it again. It was one of the great British fights, if I'm honest. And that's all down to, the feud that the family have that goes back so many years, and the pride and the ego of both guys of not wanting to lose. Conor Benn lost that one, and he wants revenge. It's a great fight. I can't wait for this.
Why would we... sorry, Dino. I know. Right. Spence, why would we back Conor to beat him this time? Is there any difference to the rules, the weights, who's come down and who's gone up? Is it the exact same format?
It's the exact same format, and this is at 160 pounds, which is the middleweight limit, and that's the weight that Eubank's been boxing for the last 10 years. He actually used to box at super middleweight and come down to that weight, and I think that was, with Conor Benn, he's always boxed at welterweight. He moved up in weights, but Conor Benn, is the fresher of the two. Chris Eubank Jr. is now 36 years of age, and we don't know what effects that had on him in that last one, because we saw the struggles he had to make the weight, the fines he picked up. He was severely dehydrated. You know, he posted videos, didn't he, of the ambulance not being able to get out of this stadium, which he was upset about as well. And you look at all that and you go, what effect will that have on a fighter at 36 years of age? That's the unknowns. Conor Benn will come in, you know, he'll come in stronger than he did last time. But it's whether Eubank can rekindle that again. And that's the interest of this contest. But Eubank missed the weight, and missing the weight, guys, let me explain about that. Like, when you miss the weight by a couple of ounces or whatever, and you're really tight at the weight, which he clearly is, you know, that can affect the performance massively. And that was Eubank Jr. probably at one of his worst, but he used his mental strength and his discipline to pull himself through it. Yeah. But Conor, I think that was his first real test, and he come through it with flying colours. It's another fascinating fight. Conor Benn, a lot of people feel, will win this one because he's the fresher of the two. But can Eubank find something from somewhere?
Yeah. Well, I was going to ask you that, Spence. Like, obviously, they beat each other up, and you obviously enjoy boxing if you're a boxer. You enjoy going in the ring, but there's got to be a point where you're thinking, right, I'm going to go through this scrap again. I'm going to have another tear up. Would it not come down to who wants it more out of the pair of them?
Well, I think that's sort of what it come down to last time, Dino, where they were like, they both were trading. And after round 9, I looked at Eubank, we were at ringside, and he had his head down walking back to the corner. I thought, this kid ain't got nothing left. Where's he going to find it from? But he's got that mental strength. He is his father's son. We remember his dad and what his dad was like. You go, you know, certain fighters, you go, everyone's got a pain threshold and where they're going to go to. But certain fighters have got a mental strength that takes them to another level. They go to a dark place. And Eubank Jr. is blessed with that. This kid can find it from somewhere and turn it around. You know, he's a tough guy. He really is. But like I say, because it's Conor Benn in the opposite corner, they're going to want to try, you know, he wants a 2-0 victory. Ben wants to equal this one. Yeah, as I say,
what would you do, Spence? What would you do if you were Eubank? Would you say, right, I'm going to knock him out. I'm going to go first 3 rounds, hell for leather. I don't want to go through that again. I'm going to finish this early.
Alan, great question, because I think that Eubank now has teamed up with Bomac. Bomac is the guy that was instrumental in coming up with a game plan for Terence Crawford to beat Canelo Alvarez, and what a performance that was like. So Bomac is a very good trainer, but they've been training on aggression to go out there to get the job done early. I've been seeing the video clips that Eubank's been putting out. This kid don't want to go 12 rounds again, that's for sure. He's going for the knockout. He wants to get, you know, he wants to use his weight and his strength advantages and take the fight to Ben. The first fight was a little bit, they were both a little reserved in the first few rounds, respecting each other, feeling each other out, but they both know what they are now. They both know what they're going into. And for Eubank, I think he's going to start fast. I think he's going to take the fight straight to Conor Benn. So, yeah, this fight could be over inside the first 6 rounds.
Yeah, Spence, nice one. We can't wait for a thank you, Spencer Oliver there. By the way, Spencer's still handy, you know. Have you seen one of our bosses, Denny, here?
Yeah.
He's like the elephant man when he walks in the morning because he spars with Spencer.
Yeah.
Oh, Spencer's still handy.
I was going to ask Spencer before he left there. Try and be honest. Have you ever been on an upcoming fight, thought, I don't fancy this? Inside, without telling anyone.
I don't think you can do that because you're going to get hurt.
Yeah, but there must be inside you. There must be one of them.
I'd have thought early doors maybe, but once you're used to it, you know, because he was a top fighter as well, Spencer.
Do you think Eubank and Ben, now training this morning, the thought comes into their head, I don't really fancy this?
I'm guessing. I'm guessing I would have thought that Conor's thinking, I've got him this time. He don't fancy this. Whereas I think Eubank's saying, I'm finishing this early. You're going down. That's what I'm thinking, but I might be totally wrong. Right, still to come.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Doing what matters for the trade. Find your local branch at travisperkins.co.uk.
So, Manchester United fans want to hear from you. What do you make of what Ronaldo said this week about Ruben Amorim?
He do it to his best. What are you going to do? Miracles? Miracles is impossible.
But saying that, as I said, that Forest game, United were up 2 minutes later, 2-1 down, came back 2-2, could have won it, You'd have looked at the table going, I don't believe it. Is that Man United up there? Are you getting bored of hearing ex-players criticise the state of the club? Is it time to install some positivity around Old Trafford? 03717 22 3344. Give us a call. That was a look ahead, all thanks to the brilliant Travis Perkins.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Bricks on bricks on bricks. Over 40 million available to order with delivery to site. That's one less thing to worry about.
10 minutes to 8 o'clock. talkSPORT Breakfast with Dino, the storyteller Saunders.
Just watching the snooker on the TV. We've got a big screen here. We've got the World
Snooker
Snooker
does it? That's
Championship.
I've seen it work.
The what? Yeah, that TV. So we had this conversation, myself and the chunk.
All right.
What's the most difficult game? Snooker, golf, or football?
Ooh, good shit. Well, I think. All right. This is difficult because I'll have snooker players going crazy at me. But I think if you practice so hard at snooker, you can. I'm not saying you can be the best, but you can be up there. Golf, you need a bit of gold dust, don't you, around the greens and stuff like that when you're in trouble. Football, I think you can make a living at football if you apply yourself, and you got to have ability as well. So I would maybe put football out of it. I'd look at the other two, golf or snooker. Although more people probably want to be footballers than they do snooker players or golfers, don't they?
Well, it's a good argument, isn't it?
It's
being biased, I said, when you play snooker, there's nobody can stop you doing what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
When you play golf, there's a ball and there's only you. No one's going to come out the crowd and tackle you.
No.
But at football, there's someone trying to stop you doing well.
Yeah, no. It's a great argument, Dino.
So snooker's precise, isn't it? Millimetres.
Well, you're thinking, the players are thinking 4 or 5 shots ahead, aren't they?
Yeah.
You know, when I played cricket, I think my best break was like 20 odd or something. You know, I was just footballing nuts. I'd play when the Open was on, I'd get the golf clubs out. When Wimbledon was on, I'd get the tennis racket out and I'd play snooker now and again. But
what if you're playing against Alan Hansen, though, and you can't get a kick? So you're trying to do your job, but he's good.
Yeah, and he'd talk to you during the game as well and try and put you off.
I remember
struggling a bit today. Did you have too much heat last night? Oh, shut up, will you?
I remember chasing a ball over the top at Highbury. Martin Keown's not giving me a kick, right? He's forearm smashing me every 5 minutes, punching me in the ribs when the ball's up in the other end.
Wouldn't he?
And I was going, can you get away from me? And the ball went over the top. He's running there. He's going to get there before me.
Oh,
and as I was chasing him, I was going, here comes a mistake.
Yeah.
I was trying to put him off. Yeah. Don't pass it back to the keeper. You know he can't kick it with his left foot. There's a mistake. And he'd kick it out of play. Yeah. And I go, can't get to him.
Boot you 2 minutes later.
Yeah.
Have that.
Never say a word. Just look at you.
You want one down the touchline, don't you? Just let him get there first.
Well, Martin the Rash Keown didn't switch off.
But you let him play up the line, just say, oh, sorry, it's a bit late there.
No, I never done that.
Yeah, I'm sure you didn't. Right, it's time for a bit of this at 7:53.
500 miles. And I would walk 500 more to be a man who walks 1,000 miles to fall at you.
Do you know who did they support?
You've lost weight.
Don't keep going on about
£9 again.
Who do they support who sings this?
Celtic.
No, Hibs. Ibis.
Oh, are they Hibs?
Ibis, yeah.
They do the song Sunshine on Leith.
Yeah.
Underrated, great song, isn't
people
it?
People love that.
Yeah.
I love that, don't they?
Also, Life with You. See, when the people talk about Proclaimers just being like a one-hit wonder, they've got so many bangers.
Yeah.
They really do.
It's Charlie and Craig, isn't it? Is it Charlie and Craig? Mm-hmm. Right, don't forget, Shaban brings you the weekend breakfast with Tony Cascarino every Saturday, Sunday morning from 6. How are you getting on with that, by the way?
Oh, I love it. It's just lovely. Yeah. Cass is just a great human being.
Yeah.
You know? He's just great, but thank you for that. We're back tomorrow from 6, but let's talk about Scottish football.
Loves his chips, you know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm not talking about your weight. I'm talking about casino chips.
I know.
He's a professional poker player.
Yeah.
Really good.
I know. And he's told me some stories, and I'm like, oh.
Oh, yeah.
He told me the other day, he was talking about this on air, that
don't give too much away.
That one day he forgot that he'd put on an old jacket and he found $2,000 in his jacket.
Oh, God. Oh.
Yeah.
His missus is listening.
Isn't that crazy? That's what he said as well.
Be careful.
Right, let's talk about Scottish football. Let's just divert slightly. Tough times for Celtic and Rangers. Obviously, better times for Hearts. And then last night, Aberdeen got a goalless draw against Larnaca. And here's the ever-positive Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy on the Sports Bar.
Good evening.
evening and welcome to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT. I'm Jeremy Harry, him over there, Jason Cundy.
Has anyone seen Scottish football? Disgracing the British Isles again. Getting whooped.
Every week, it's embarrassing. Celtic and Rangers, an absolute shambles up there. What has happened to you two great football clubs? An absolute stinkfest up there.
Hold on a minute,
Exactly.
Cundy.
Go for it.
Did Chelsea not draw with Karabakh?
Yeah.
And did we not get pelters, Celtic, with Karabakh? So shut it, Cundy.
Well done, because I think every time you turn on the sports bar, there's never any positivity. They're not talking about Hearts, are they? It's like Scottish football on its backside. They're not talking about Hearts and they're doing well, yet everyone else is coming on saying, oh, this is good for Scottish football. It's not good for us. It's not good for Celtic fans. It's not good for Rangers fans. And last night was a disgrace. Again, Midtjylland are a good side. They're a good side. They're top of the Europa League. They're top of that league phase at the moment, and Celtic are struggling. Rangers are struggling as well. But what helped is when you open the sports bar and just start hammering Scottish football.
Can I try and be independent in this argument?
No, sorry.
Right? You're Scottish, right? I think what the problem is, Celtic and Rangers were nearer to the Premier League teams than they are right now.
We know that.
They're not getting the money the Premier League teams get.
We absolutely know that. But then give a bit of context to the fact that Midtjylland are top. And are a very, very good side. At least give a bit of context to that. And also Roma are a very good side as well.
You see, the chunk there has got to do his homework. He should come straight back at Jamie now, shouldn't he? About the Chelsea result.
You mean Jamie should go back at Jason? Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yes.
See the chunk. Yeah.
Didn't he storm out the studio?
You're too skied up at the moment, chunk. Think of your golf. Dino's gubbed you again. Think of talkSPORT.
Very quickly, Martin O'Neill yesterday after the defeat 3-1 to Midtjylland was asked by the reporter. She said, are you having discussions with the board about your role and how long you're going to be there? And he said, no, I just want to be told when my time is up.
They're Mrs. Maid. Mr. Desmond and Martin are buddies. So he knows exactly what's going on, Martin.
Do you think if Martin stays and he can't turn it around at Celtic or they can't go on to win the league, it would tarnish his legacy at the
No, I don't think so.
Good to hear.
People love
They should
Martin.
make him director of football, Celtic. Helping the manager.
Yeah, I go with that.
Stop him making stupid mistakes. He knows the league, he knows the fans, he knows how far they go, he knows how much money they go. They haven't got a lot of money, have they, compared to...
No.
Brentford have got more money than Celtic and Rangers.
Wolves and teams like that every year get like
160 million.
Celtic and Rangers get like 3, something like that, maybe a bit more now.
Yeah.
You can't compete. Well, people say you can, but it's difficult. But listen, Hearts have got Mr. Bloom involved now at Brighton. He's a clever guy.
But he's done that his first time arriving at the club, first season.
He's a Midas man.
If it can sustain, if it can for this season, but pretty incredible.
How many players have they signed then through this system?
Hearts.
Yeah, so he's put the man in, the stat man, hasn't he? The Moneyball fella, and they've recruited some players. How many have they recruited?
Don't know.
I don't think it's that many.
So the point of the story is reel your neck in, Cundy. Shaban, thank you. Up next, we're going to ask the question, is Cristiano right to always criticise United? Or is it time everyone started getting positive at the club? By the way, I'm going to talk to you later, or ask you, Dino, about Wayne Rooney, Van Dijk having a go at Virgil, who's a great player, by the way, and so was Wayne. Great players. Yeah. Virgil having a go at Wayne about criticism. Well, he's entitled to that, and he wasn't wrong, Wayne Rooney, in my opinion. 03717 223344 is the number to have your say. Coming up to 8 o'clock.
Formula One. It's a sport often seen as insular and elitist, but it's seen a meteoric rise under its owners Liberty Media, not only in popularity and viewership, but in the ability to almost print money. From greater access to more races, here's how it happened. For decades, Formula One was owned and run by one man, Bernie Ecclestone. He was old school, someone who thought the sport itself was enough, and there was no need for all this modern marketing and social media nonsense. But in 2016, Ecclestone agreed to sell his baby to American group Liberty Media. It cost Liberty Media $4.4 billion, and they quickly got to work. We got an F1 app almost immediately, and teams were allowed to show us more from behind the scenes. One of Liberty's most important deals was with Netflix, which in 2019 brought us Drive to Survive. The effect? An almost 70% rise in viewership for races in the US alone. It's massively benefited Formula One online too, with a rise from 7.8 million followers across its social media platforms in 2016 to around 50 million today. New eyes are on the sport too, with F1's own subscription TV channel, which people can watch anywhere in the world. But the main market they've tapped into is the US. There's now 3 races there a year, in Texas, Miami and Las Vegas, and an American-branded team, Cadillac, getting involved in the sport too. More races seems to be the direction of travel. A street circuit in Madrid's being welcomed onto the calendar, while conversations around a Grand Prix in Africa have ramped up in the last few years. More big events could be in the offing too, after the massive F1 75 season launch event in London in 2025. 7.5 million people tuned in to watch it live across the social media channels, and that doesn't include the viewing figures for where it was broadcast on TV in certain countries. It seems Liberty will do whatever they can to grow the F1 brand. Their efforts have been worthwhile too, with Forbes valuing the sport at $17.1 billion back in 2023, almost 4 times more than what they bought it for in 2016. Not bad, considering it's seen as a sport where people just drive around in circles.
Good morning, 6 minutes past 8 o'clock, talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan Brazil, Dean Saunders and Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed now. Huge weekend of Premier League football, all starts tomorrow lunchtime. It's a cracker, the Alan Brazil derby. Well, yeah, did play for both. Spurs take on United in London.
Tottenham Hotspur, the Europa League is theirs.
Very eager to win more trophies and we would like to compete and win.
But the picture changes and unfolds.
We believe more that we can win any game.
And Manchester United, they've won at Anfield.
We just look that little bit more solid and playing that bit better.
If they do continue on a run, you know, they could finish top 4.
Vicky van der Ven, what a run this is. 50 yards, 60 yards. What a goal!
Like we had Lionel Messi turned into Mickey van der Ven. He can keep, by the way, walking past me if he's angry after a game. If he deliver like this.
That's going to be a really good game. It's a new manager trying to set new philosophies, etc. Still, there's been a lot of knee-jerk reactions.
It's a strange one that wasn't that blank. But what a goal from Van de Ven. Does he get enough credit? You know, he's scored 6 this year so far, hasn't he?
I'm beginning to think he's wasted at the back.
Yeah, you were saying he could be a centre forward.
Could he not play up front? I mean, you've got to look at players like that. But, Al, Tottenham, they've got 10 injuries. Listen to this. Kulusevski, Maddison, Gray, Ben Davis, Solanke, Takai, Bergvall, Kudus, Dragusin and Basuma.
Don't you
all injured.
Don't you have to ask yourself, why are we getting so many?
Yeah, it'll be something you're doing in training.
Exactly.
If you start... It's like, you know when you see these players come back from injury, like Rodri, for example. They go in the gym, which they don't normally go in the gym. Players go in the gym now and again. You know, like maybe after training they do a few on their quads or whatever. But if you're in the gym every day for 3 months, you start doing things that you don't normally do with muscles you don't normally use. And then what happens? You put the muscles under stress. You come back out on a football pitch and something else goes. Your groin goes because you've been doing weights on your groins.
Couldn't agree more. It was a guy, Colin Viljohn, played for England, South African, but played for England, played for Ipswich, great midfield player, never give the ball away, fit as a fiddle, looked after himself. He had one bad injury, and after that, he could not get fit. Something else would go, something else would go, something else would go. And this guy was fit. I always remember that thing. Well, why is that then? You know, it's amazing. When you're out long term, your other muscles go a bit weaker, and then you come back, and you know, you just have. It's such a problem for players. It's so. It kills your career.
Well, old-fashioned thinking at Liverpool, going back years, which I've been told by Graham Souness and Ronnie Moran,
Shankly, and all that,
they would say to you, just go home and do nothing for a week. Say you had a hamstring or something. They would say, you need to do nothing for a week. Just let your body heal on its own. You don't have to go in the gym every day, pumping iron, building your thighs up, building your groins up. But it'll be something. You know, like years ago, they'd make us run up sand dunes.
Yeah. Can't be good for you.
No. And I'll tell you where I first started thinking. Bobby Gould got a fitness coach in to the Welsh squad. Bear in mind, we only meet up for a week. And he started doing dynamic stretches with us, which means holding onto a barrier, swinging your leg back and through.
I was big John Hartson with them.
Struggled to pull the fence down, John. And I looked, after 2 weeks later, 6 hamstrings from the players from the Wales squad. So you start doing things you shouldn't be doing. But they've got 10 injuries. When Spurs get everyone fit, I think they're a team to be reckoned with.
Right, what about Manchester United? They look to be on the up, don't they, to stretch their unbeaten run to 5. Cristiano sat down with Piers Morgan. I'm reading his book at the moment. Earlier this week, in an interview named Everything Revealed, my most personal interview, and claimed that manager Amorim cannot work miracles. Have a listen.
He do it to his best. What are you gonna do? Miracles? Miracles is impossible. We say in Portugal, miracles is only in Fatima. And I don't know if you know that expression. They start to smile because they know what I mean.
I know, yeah.
You know the Fatima?
Of course.
And you're not gonna do miracles. Even the players, Manchester United have good players, but they don't have, some of them, the mind. What is Manchester United is.
He talks about Fatima. It's a bit like Lourdes, you know. It's a shrine where miracles were, you know. But that's the Portugal one, Fatima. So in response, Ruben Amorim was asked about Cristiano's comments, but the United manager was keen to keep moving forward.
He knows, and he has a huge impact in everything he said. What we need to focus is in the future. We know that we as a club made a lot of mistakes in the past, but we are trying to change that. So let's not focus what happened. Let's focus what we are doing now, and we are doing that. We are changing a lot of things in the structure, the way we do things, the way we want the players to behave. We are doing that, and we are improving. So let's focus on the way we are doing things. We are improving. Let's continue and forget a little bit the past.
They're on a roll. Cristiano, what's he going to do when he retires? What can he do? This is a guy whose career has been sensational. Does he coach? Does he manage? Does he buy a club?
I think he'll buy a club.
Do you?
I think he
Billy
will.
David got involved with LA, didn't he?
Yeah.
You think Cristiano will do that?
Yeah, because you've got a bit of control over what happens at the club then when you're in charge of it. But when you're coaching players, you rely on players to make you look good. He relies on himself right now. But what a freak of nature. What he's trying to say there is, I don't think he's having to go hammering. He's trying to say, and I know for a fact he's told this to ex-players, he couldn't believe the attitude of the players he was playing with at Man United. He couldn't believe you're a Man United player. If you done that in front of Alex Ferguson, you'd never play again. If you act like that. So I think he's on about the culture at the club. And Amarim's trying to say as well that I need to get the culture right.
I was going to say he's a one-off, Cristiano, but then Messi was, Messi's just every bit as good, wasn't he? But they two, between them, just outstanding. And I hope he's happy when he finishes football. He's got plenty of money. Talk about money. Have you seen, just very briefly, have you seen the Sun this morning? Page 11. This is, forget attitude and stuff. This is totally different. Wait to hear this for a headline, Dino. Spurs ace Bissouma swindled for 800 grand out of a big private bank in London. Coutts it is, right? It was the Queen's Bank, or it used to be. Bank fraud arrest. I think they got some, but 800 grand. How
long did it take him to notice?
Oh, well, I've not read it all, but it took a while. We're talking about between September 22 and June 24.
No wonder he keeps passing it out of play.
How do you not miss that? How do you not miss that?
So he's not checked his bank account for a while, and there's 800 grand gone out.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah.
It shows you what the difference, Dina. And I thought you'd a few quid. Oh, dear. 8:15.
Bonkers.
Some people think I'm bonkers, but I just think I'm free. And I'm just living my life, there's nothing crazy about me. Some people pay for thrills, but I get mine for free. Man, I'm just living my life, there's nothing crazy about me.
What's this?
I don't care. The noise.
That's all right. They've added a bit of... There's a bit of talent
Ed, now. You've lost it. I'm telling you. Oh, it's Dizzy Rascal, is it? Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
talkSPORT Breakfast, Alan Brazil, Dean Saunders. We're getting the party started right here. An absolute banger. Give us a break, will you? It was Bonkers by Dizzy Rascal. It's not my cup of tea, but many millions out there it is. We're playing it because British slang is on the rise in the US of A, with Bonkers topping the list. They've also adopted the word queue instead of line, as well as using terms such as wonky and cheeky. Apparently, the sudden rise of British words entering the vocabulary could largely be down to the likes of reality TV show Love Island. Do you have any quirky words that you'd like to use?
Well, yesterday on the first tee, I was thinking, do I hit a driver with a bit of Dennis Law on it?
Yeah.
Or a bit of Virginia Wade?
Yeah.
Or do I just hit a Terry Waite down the middle? That's slang, isn't it?
Yeah, but...
they won't know them in America.
You're not a cockney, are you?
No, but, up the apples and pears. All right, son.
Toast and beans. Ray was there, giving it large yesterday.
Yeah, cock and hen.
Well, I don't know what it's like in Purley. Do they have Cockney rhyming slang? Because that's where we're heading next. Let's get the latest odds now with Coral and Simon Clare.
The Coral Daily Download on talkSPORT with Coral. We're here for the fans this season. 18 plus, gambleaware.org.
And a good morning to our very own Pearly Queen, Simon. Morning, Simon.
Morning, Simon.
Good morning, Alan. Good morning, Dino. No, I'm not a great Cockney rhyming slang specialist, but being from Ireland, obviously, so...
Make your mind up where you're from, who you support. Make your mind up.
No, funny words you don't hear very often. My daughter, who's 20, seems to be using the word...
Really?
She's 20, it's scary. I know she's at Birmingham University, but she uses the word nonchalant quite a lot. Yeah. She's the only person I know who ever says nonchalant.
Young Steve-O, he's heading to Fontwell today. Listen, I'm gutted with Harry Skelton coming on early, and he lost his signal. Well, that's what Ed tells us. I think Ed lost him. But I'm really gutted. I was looking forward to talking to him. I don't know what he's riding. I've not looked yet if he's riding at Exeter or Fontwell, but Steve-O's down there today, isn't he?
He's a track. Exactly, yes. So Steve-O's down at great day today. Steve's down at Fontwell because the Coral Racing Club has Diamond Days running in one of the last races there. He's a 6-1 second favourite for the Coral Racing Club. He's trained by Joe Tizard. Ben Jones actually is riding, a really good jockey who rides a lot for Ben Pauling. And he's got a little each way chance Diamond Days. And Steve-O's there. We've also got Cast No Shadow, our Coral Racing Club flat horse, up at Newcastle he's riding the 4:30, so Diamond Days in the 3:45, so a big 45 minutes for the club.
I'm right in saying Nick Gifford's down near Fontwell, isn't he, Nick?
Yeah, he is. Trains down in Findon, so yeah, Fontwell's lovely, not far from Goodwood, to be honest. It's very close to where Steve-O grew up, around East Dean. So yeah, Fontwell, we've got Castle Shadow up at Newcastle, he's in the 4:30. And then the big race day today actually is the Exeter, really good day today. The Holden Gold Cup is the big race there. Paul Nicholls has a very nice horse called Caliph du Burley, which is owned by Jeb Mason and Alex Ferguson and all that gang. He's 6-4, but he's running against Joe Tizard's JPR1 with John Romans, who you know very well.
Lovely guy.
Lovely guy. He's 3-1 second favourites. It's a 6-runner race, but it really is Caliph Duberlo versus JPR1. Joe Tizard trains that as well. And of course, Joe's got quite a few runners through the card at Exeter, a local track to him. So yeah, for racing fans, really good day's racing. And I actually have got a share in a horse running in the last at Exeter. You remember it's the one I forgot to mention to you last year when it won.
Yes.
Well, Striking a Pose is running today in the last race.
And will he win?
Well, he's 16-1. He's got Freddie Gingell on board, Joe Tizard's nephew. He's been back from 25s down to 16, I think, just because the yard's in really good form. But every time I mention him on the show, he loses. So I'm always better off not mentioning him. So I probably jinxed him now by telling you about it. But
I don't know if were you at Ascot at the weekend? Because Mr. Sargent, Mr. Evans and Mr. Hale had the big winner with Teddy Blue.
They did.
They told me I can't back a horse called Teddy Blue. Impossible. Sorry, you don't know what I'm talking about in Glasgow. Well, I can't do that.
Well, I think you sometimes have to shelve your football partisanship when it comes to backing.
No, I'd rather go skin. I'd rather go skin, Simon. Teddy Bears, Rangers, Blue. I'd rather go skin.
Yeah, but it was a good day actually. Ascot. Brendan Powell had a treble. He rode Teddy Blue, the Coral Ambassador, and him and Joe Tizard teamed up on Alexi, who's now fancied for the Greatwood Hurdle in a week's time on the Sunday at the
racing really kicks off now.
Really kicks off.
And also some great football this weekend. Let's start with United. To Spurs, United go down to London, North London, Tottenham, Man United. How do we bet?
Really interesting. This says a lot for how. Well, it says a lot for how much progress Manchester United have made in the last literally 4 or 5 weeks, because they're now favourites away from home at this great, fantastic new stadium Spurs have. 11-8 Man United, 7-4 Spurs, 5-2 the draw. Brilliant game. It'll be really interesting. Obviously, Spurs off a good midweek win, but it'll be very interesting to see how this shapes up, because Spurs are struggling at home a bit, aren't they, Dino?
Well, yeah, I read out they got 10 injuries as well, like key players. Kulusevski's injured, Maddison's still injured. Romero looks like he's fit again. Van der Ven had a bit of an injury, but he's back, looking like Messi, by the way. And I just think Man United have definitely improved. He's definitely getting there with what he's trying to achieve. I think the front three of Cunha, Mbomo, and Sesko are a definite improvement for the club. But what about the big game you would say at the weekend, Man City Liverpool? Where have we got that?
Yeah, so that's Man City at 10-11. It's 3-1 the draw, 5-2 Liverpool again. The last two champions facing off here. Haaland, I suppose Haaland's just playing really. He seems to be on a real. I mean, listen, he's always scoring, but he seems to be on a rich vein of form. He's 5-2 to score first, 4-6 any time. That battle between him and Van Dijk, I think, will be a compelling watch, won't it? But in terms of the sort of relative states they're at right here, right now, do you think this is a good time for City to be playing Liverpool?
City have they're both picked up, haven't they? Liverpool were toiling. They've suddenly found a bit of sparkle. City looks solid. You're right. I think this is a different Haaland. The last few games, he's suddenly that aggressive. Strike is back. He's got his body in the right position. His finishing is remarkable. So it's a cracker. I wouldn't like to call. I wouldn't like to call any of them 2 games. Another one, I suppose you might get a bit of value with Sunderland. Sunderland against Arsenal. Can Sunderland cause a shock at home?
Yeah, I mean, they're playing so well, aren't they? I mean, they're 15-2, 7.5 to 1 at home. Obviously,
whoa.
Yeah, it's a massive price. Yeah, I mean, look, Arsenal. I'm thrilled to say, just look so consistent now, don't they? They're just turning up, getting the job done against whoever's up against them. Again, this is another test because Sunderland are now, they're long odds against 7.5 to 1 for relegation. When they started the season, odds on for relegation. So it shows you how well they're doing. They're sitting in 4th place. So yeah, I mean, this will be a good game. But do you think Arsenal should just get the job done again, or is this going to be maybe a banana?
I can probably see a 1-0, something like that, to Arsenal. It's just, are they going to concede, Dino? You know what it's like.
I think
the 2 centre-backs are just remarkable.
No, I think Arsenal, when Mourinho was managing, if he thought he was playing against someone dangerous, he would just spoil the game. He would say, our players will get on top of them eventually. I think Arsenal can do that. They don't have to play well. What Arsenal can do is Arteta can say, this is a dodgy game here at Sunderland. They've got a couple of dangerous players. Let's nullify them too. And we can beat them on set plays, or we can just grind a 1-0 out.
Yeah.
I think that's what champions do.
Yeah. One last one, Simon. I've got to break. Stoke Coventry. We've got to give Stoke a mention here. They've been brilliant.
Stoke Coventry. You've thrown me one there.
Come on, Simon. There's the 2 informed sides.
It's Lampard against Mark Robbins.
It's Lampard. Here we go. So Stoke versus Coventry. 7-4 Stoke, 11-8 Coventry, 5-2 the draw. So very tight, really, between those two sides. Coventry obviously top of the table. Stoke second. Championship couldn't be closer below them as well. So yeah, great division.
And Simon, where are you this weekend?
I will be. Funny enough, I'm not. I'll be watching it all on the telly. I'm travelling up to York. I'm actually going to the Chester Racing fireworks display on Saturday night. Seems a bit bizarre, doesn't it? But I'll be watching.
It's very bizarre when you live in Purley. Why?
I've got another half who lives up in York.
Hello, eh?
I mean, I know you like to discuss ours.
He's going to see the old Genie up there. Hey, unbelievable.
Simon, I was going to ask you, have you seen the documentary, the Gallup documentary that's come out? That's one of the reasons why we got Harry Skelton was coming on.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
Yes. I've got to say, Dino's turned into the racing correspondent. So get rid of Rupert Bell. Dino could be the racing correspondent. He was down at the Gallagher's.
Pick more winners.
Taylor's on Tuesday with AJ O'Neill and John Joe O'Neill. I told you about it, didn't they? Doing the racing chat and the football chat. But it's a good documentary. It's a Champions Full Gallop. You can go and watch it on ITV4, I think. ITVX.
Have I got to sign into that? I'm sick and tired. I nearly put my telly through the window last night. Sign into this. Password here. Password. I'm sick of it.
QR codes as well, is it? QR codes
Honestly,
on your phone.
Simon, have a great weekend.
Simon, do you know what one of my ambitions is in life? To find a horse, find another horse, breed them, and pick and get a winner out of it.
Well, there's one or two people who would like to do that as well.
I'm not going to pay a lot, though. I'm not going to pay a lot for them. Yeah, find them in a field somewhere.
Good luck with that.
You'll get some phone calls from some bloodstock agents after the show.
I'll take you down initials. You got a spare 500 grand? That was a look at the latest odds. All thanks to Coral 18 gambleaware.org. Have a nice weekend, Simon, up in Chester.
Fireworks.
Coming up, Granit Xhaka takes on his old club, Xhaka. Arsenal this weekend. We asked the questions. Nick's, by the way, what a price. What did they say? Was it 7.5 to 1 or something?
No chance.
Our Sunderland actually the team who can finally stop the Arteta machine. That's coming next.
The Coral Daily Download on talkSPORT with Coral. We're here for the fans this season. 18 plus gambleaware.org.
every good signing a club makes, there's bound to be a few that don't work out. Manchester United have certainly had their fair share of those, especially since the end of their golden age under Sir Alex Ferguson. Here are some of the Red Devils' worst signings since Fergie. First up, Alexis Sanchez. He'd averaged almost a goal every 2 games for Arsenal, but in his 45 matches for United, he only bagged 5. Next up, Radamel Falcao, dubbed El Tigre, or the Tiger. But at Old Trafford, he was a little more pussycat, to be honest. All the Colombian managed in 29 games was 4 goals. Moving on, things couldn't have gone worse for Jadon Sancho at United, with just 12 goals in 83 games. And it all ended after that very public spat with then-manager Erik ten Hag. Next, Ten Hag probably thought he was wise in sticking to what he knew when he brought in Antony from former club Ajax. But the £86 million Brazilian has really not been able to hack it in the Prem. The curse of the famous number 7 shirt has also had its share of victims. As well as the aforementioned Sanchez, Memphis Depay found he couldn't follow in the footsteps of Ronaldo, Cantona, Beckham and Best. He netted just 7 in 53 appearances. And those are just a few examples. To be honest, the list could go on and on. Unfortunately, that's probably why Man United haven't won the title for over a decade, and why it might take a few more years before they're in contention again.
25 minutes to 9 o'clock Friday morning. Do you know the week's gone quick? Time's going quick, Dino. Have you noticed that?
Yeah. Oh, how old are you now?
I'm 66.
Oh, 61. God, seems like yesterday.
I know.
I was sprinting about.
It's scary.
I seen a picture of myself on that golf channel.
I always remember
looked about 70.
I remember a guy, he was subbing the cup final, Mickey Lambert for Ipswich.
Yeah. Remember
he used to pick me up from my digs and take me training, and I was always late. I was terrible. Couldn't get out of bed, which is remarkable, really, when I've been doing this 26 years. But I couldn't get out of bed he'd pick me up at 9 o'clock, and I was still, hurry up, Brazil. He'd always tell me, he said, enjoy yourself. Well, I've tried. He said, enjoy yourself. He said, because when you're over 50, it flies. And how right
does.
he is.
Yeah.
How right he is.
Was you late all the time?
Not all the time, but I just, I was late too often, to be honest. If I want to hold my hands up, yeah, I was. I was a little bit, out of order.
When I was managing, I used to say to the players, you're not allowed to be late.
Yeah.
If you're late for training, you'd be late on the pitch, getting in the wall, getting in position, getting back. You're not allowed to be late. There's only 2 reasons I'll let you be late. I'll accept. One, you've been in a car crash on the way into training, and the other one is you're dead. I'll forgive you for that one.
So how important did you take football, Dino? See, for me, it was a job.
No,
a great job.
No, it was my
passion. I don't know. I'm nothing sort of. I didn't sort of long for everything. I just. This is good. I'm enjoying this. I just took things for granted. Not for granted, but just took things as they came.
Serious question then.
Yeah.
You were really talented, skillful, really talented footballer. Did you lack a bit of drive to make you one of the world's? I'm not getting you wrong. You were world class, but to be
no, I didn't, because even now I don't like losing at anything. Chess, Scrabble, don't like it.
Injury cost you then?
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
So you have got drive. You are.
Oh, yeah.
You did take it serious.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't got it. It's 10 in the morning for 26 years if I didn't have drive, would I?
No, but for playing football, did you really enjoy it?
Most of the time.
Did you? I wish I could play now. I'd love it.
Yeah.
I could still play. But
give or take, mate. I don't wish I was playing now rather than when I played. When I played, I thought it was great. I thought there was more friendship, less money, more friendship, less people prying into what you were, like. Look, they earn a fortune now. I don't like the cheating. I don't like the diving. I don't like the feigning injury. There's a lot I don't like now.
I said to the strikers once, I think it was at Wrexham, 2 strikers, half time. I was raging. I said, you two, you're going to start running. I said, why do you think I'm not playing football anymore? Why do you think I'm not I'm a manager, I'm not playing anymore? They went, because you can't run.
Yeah.
I went, yeah, so if you're not going to run, I'll play.
Yeah.
I'm better than you. If we all don't run, I'm better than you. So start running or come and sit next to me.
This is talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan Brazil and Dean, the storyteller. And Arnold Clark. Get $7.50 off any used electric car or home charger. Time now for a bit of this.
Get in the ring to win on talkSPORT.
Okay, we have a new prize up for grabs, and this is Juste Sans Frontières. It's a knockout. We're giving you the chance to win 2 tickets to the highly anticipated rematch between Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on Saturday, November 15. The prize includes a one-night stay at a 5-star hotel in London, plus £5,000, $5,000 spending money to make it an unforgettable weekend. Wow, brilliant. Listen up, here's how you can enter.
18 plus, UK excluding Northern Ireland. For a chance to win, text the word BOX to 83338 and you're in the draw. Text costs £2 plus 1 standard network rate message. You must have the bill payer's permission, or you can enter for free by calling 0330 880 3338. All entries must be received by the 13th of November at 1 p.m. and you need to answer our call to win. This is a talkSPORT limited promotion. Full terms and conditions at talksport.com.
Now, 5 wins, 3 draws, 2 defeats from their first 10 games has Sunderland sitting in the top 4. Whoa. Up next, though, they take on Arsenal tomorrow evening, who will come up against a familiar face in Granit Xhaka. Let's get more on this with the man who won the Golden Boot with the club back in 2000. A good morning to the pocket rocket, great finisher, Kevin Phillips. Morning, Kev.
Morning, Kev.
Morning, Al. Morning, Dino.
Kev.
Dino, I'd have run around for you, mate. No problem.
You didn't have to run, Kev. You just have a look at the news of the world on Sunday morning. Phillips 2 again.
Those were the days. We'll come to Haaland in a moment, his record is insane at the moment. But looking at the Arsenal, first of all, Kev, Gyökeres, it looks as if he's injured, but I nearly said, is he going to make it the highest level? What I mean is he going to score in the big, big games further down the season? Has he got the class to get one chance in a match in a quarter semi-final Champions League? Can he do that? Is he that type of player?
Well, I think first and foremost, what a blow for him as a player. I think he had his best 45 minutes in an Arsenal shirt, gets the goal and then picks up an injury. So, a huge blow for him and a blow for Arsenal because, he would have wanted that personally as a player. I've watched him and covered him for the years, over the years in the Championship at Coventry. And then he went out, went abroad and has developed into a really, really top player. And listen, you don't play for Arsenal under Arteta unless you've got something. So he believes that he can do it. And
he's Dino's type of player as well. Talking about run, he puts himself about.
And he's one of those. And what Dino, exactly what he just said, if you're not having the best of games, just run around.
Yeah.
Go and be a nuisance, be a handful. And Arsenal have not had that for a while. They've been crying out for that striker. And, only time will tell. He can score goals. He's proved that he can score goals. But you're right, can he do it in those
I hope he does. By the way, Kev, I'm not doubting him. I hope he does. Yeah. Just something tells me, is he a Haaland? No. Is he you know, is he a Isak standard? Is he, you know, is he right up there with is he one of the best in Europe at scoring? I'm not so sure. But
well,
I hope I'm wrong.
I'm glad Kev's on, because I was going to ask him this. I mean, a lot of your success, the role of a striker has changed over the years. A lot of Kevin's success was like, for example, playing with Niall Quinn, and you play in a circle around him. You're running for flick-ons, you're coming off his chest.
Keegan Toshak, that's it.
Some players can play well on their own, up the middle. They prefer, like Vardy was better on his own, playing for Leicester up the middle, and he can run both ways. And some players would be better with a foil playing alongside him, whether it's a small player or a big player. I don't know, but what do you think, Kev? Because Gyökeres, Harry Kane, you got Isak, you got Ekitike. It's a different role now, isn't it?
Completely. Listen, if I came out of retirement and had to play up front on my own, I'd be useless, Dino. You know, we were brought up playing in a pair. So I think, you know, nowadays when you look at those top strikers, they've been brought up generally, you know, playing as a lone striker. They learn the role. And you're generally now playing with inverted wingers who try to get alongside the strikers. If you come short, they're going to go long and run those channels, where they didn't particularly do those. You know, back in the day, the wingers just used to take wingers, fullbacks on and get crosses in the box. So it's a completely different role. And I think Gyökeres is built for that. You know, he will come short, but he will run the channels. He will make it a nuisance, and he'll create space for other people to get into those. So, you know, I think, you know, I believe he will score the goals. He's playing in a team now where chances will come left, right and centre. And
well, we wish him well, Kev, because he's out there.
Of course,
he's out the Sweden squad as well. So,
listen, a loss for Arsenal, but a game for Sunderland tomorrow.
Well, exactly. I'm going to come to Sunderland now. Hopefully, it's not long-term injury for the kid as well. Well, how have Sunderland managed this, Kev? It's remarkable.
You know, it's actually blown me away. If I'm being completely honest, I think. From when they got promoted at the end of last season, I was there. It was incredible. You know, and how quickly the promotion come. Then it was about, you know, what does Sunderland do in the summer? You know, there was rumours up here in the Northeast that they were just going to accept the money that you get for going up, sign a few players, and maybe just accept getting relegated and enjoy the league. But you know, fair play to Dreyfus. You know, for what he's done at that football club, the money invested, £183 million they spent on players. But what they didn't do, and I think I've already told you this, they didn't just go out and buy players for the sake of buying players. What not Forest did, you know, 3 or 4 seasons ago. They went out and handpicked the type of players that they felt they needed to stay in the Premier League. And when you look at the signings, they went down the spine of the team with Roofs, Xhaka. You know, they brought Zadiki in the midfield area. They've brought players in with experience, but what they brought in is energy as well. And defensively, you know, they've looked at it and thought, if you need to survive in the Premier League, which we know, defensively, you have to be solid. If you're not going to score goals, don't concede. And that's what Sunderland have done this season. And you're always in a chance for winning the game. And,
can they hold Arsenal?
Well, this for me, it's the biggest test so far, of course. They had a test going to Chelsea the other week, but, you know, Chelsea are not in the same league as Arsenal. They're so inconsistent, whereas Arsenal are the most consistent team in the league. I'm going to be there tomorrow, and I'm really interested to see how Sunderland's set up tactically. Do they stay with 3 at the back, or do they revert back to a 4 and have a go at Arsenal? So it's really interesting to see how they do, but it's the biggest test so far. Listen, Arsenal are the best team in the league. They don't concede goals, and if you're going to sit in against them, they're going to grind you down, just like they did at Burnley last week. Whether they score a goal in open play or they score a goal from a set play, it's hard to keep them at bay. But listen, at that stadium with that crowd, it's been phenomenal this season. They'll give themselves a chance. I don't see Arsenal battering them, but it'll be a tough evening for Sunderland, that's for sure.
Kev, enjoy the weekend, enjoy the game. Thank you for joining us.
Cheers.
Kevin Phillips there, goal machine. I think it's a hard game for Arsenal, I really do. Anyway, right, no Ray Parlour this morning, right? But that won't stop little Sam from joining us for this week's Curse of the Commentator. Can we have it, Ed? Come on, get them going.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Benchmarks Kitchens and Joinery. Get trade prices on kitchens to suit all styles and budgets at Benchmarks.
And it just don't matter now, little by little, gave you everything you ever dreamed of. Little by little, the wheels of your life, they're slowly falling off. Little by little, you have to give.
Yeah, Bay. Sam's looking forward to the weekend on the gantry. Sam Metaphase coming up. That was a look ahead. We're good friends at Travis Perkins.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. With 250 hire branches nationwide, it's easy to hire at Travis Perkins.
Autumn Internationals preview on talkSPORT with Tenor Men. Stay dry and keep control with an unbeatable lineup of products approved by the Men's Health Lab.
At 8:52, right, let's build up to a huge weekend of rugby. In partnership with Tenor Men and some big changes for England. Finn Smith replaces George Ford at fly half and Marcus Smith is in at fullback. So what has Finn Smith made of the competition at fly half? Let's find out. He spoke to talkSPORT's Alfie Reynolds.
Obviously, as a fly half, you've got loads of responsibilities, and one of that is almost like a sort of second on-field attack coach. So we'll all sit down after training, discuss what we've seen, what we think the team needs to hear, what we could have done better, what we did well, and then sort of as a group of us, we'll reflect and respond to the team and just make sure that the team's going in the right direction. So, you know, last week Marcus wasn't involved and he was very much part of thinking ways that we could beat Australia. And this week George hasn't been involved and he's been great in terms of preparing us and giving little ideas and little things that he thinks are important for the group to hear. So yeah, it's a very amicable relationship. Like, you know, from my point of view, how can you not get on with George and Mark as the two of the nicest people you could possibly come across? And I hope they say the same about me. But obviously, when we get on the pitch, we're competing and all wanting the shirt. Like, you couldn't play 10 if you didn't have that mindset. Didn't want to be the person, be the man that drives the team. But as soon as we step off it, it's very friendly and we have a laugh.
Yeah, I bet you all the rugby boys were rooting for Joe Marler as well. By the way, there's a shoe-in for the jungle, surely, Joe.
He's a character, isn't he?
He's a certainty to get him in the jungle and back.
I think he's hilarious, especially when he's trying to threatening you to beat you up. And I
probably deserved it, didn't I?
I had to get you out of trouble. By the way, speaking about getting in trouble, Ali's just texted me saying he's playing football at 11 o'clock.
He does. He plays five-a-sides, doesn't
he? He can't be running around.
He's the youngest on the pitch, though.
What is it, the Castor Cocoon that's playing with him?
It's over 70s, but they let Ali in on a special deal.
Is he an underage player? It's got to be walking football. You're going to have a heart attack, Ali. Hang him up.
Walking football belter. Oh, dear. So don't forget updates throughout the weekend on talkSPORT. All of the rugby, including Scotland taking on the All Blacks. Oh, God. That was all thanks to Tenor Men.
Autumn International's preview on talkSPORT with Tenor Men. Stay dry and keep control with an unbeatable lineup of products approved by the Men's Health Lab.
Right, the Championship hots up tomorrow. League leaders Cov travel to second place Stoke City. Live and exclusive on talkSPORT 2. I don't know how Stoke have done it. How have they got up there? Unbelievable.
Mark Robins is a really good manager. He saved Coventry on his own, by the way. They were playing at Northampton. They were playing games everywhere. He saved them and he's left. You can see, a bit like Slot with Jurgen Klopp. He's left Frank Lampard a good group of players.
Yeah.
So they're doing really well.
So it's going to be a great game. Today marks a year exactly. What about this? It's a year exactly today that Mark Robins was sacked by Coventry, having led them from League 2 all the way to the Championship playoff final, which they lost on penalties to Luton in 2023. Robins is now in the Stoke dugout and doing a great job. Yeah, a huge weekend in the Championship, including Charlton went to Ipswich and battled them. Charlton against Wrexham, who Wrexham beat Coventry, didn't they? Join us now. A preview is the Charlton Athletic striker who played under Mark at Coventry, Matty Gordon. Matty, good morning.
Morning, Matty.
Morning, boys. How are we doing?
Very well. Listen, Cov doing brilliant. Stoke up there, surprising a few, but Charlton are doing all right, pal.
Yeah, we're doing just fine. I think we've gone under the radar a little bit, and I know I'm not playing. I've got this injury, but yeah, the boys have done very well with the step up.
What's that? You know, we know what it's like, Dino and I. Is it a long-term injury, Matty, or will you get over it soon?
Do you know what? I played through it all from January onwards, and then had to have surgery in the summer, and was told 6 weeks, and here we are, week 13, and it's a slow one now, but we'll get there in the end.
What is it, Matty? What's wrong?
So. They're doing case studies on it now. It's never been seen before. So on my actual knee itself's fine, but I damaged a bit of tissue by taking a whack last year, and instead of that healing when I was playing through it, it calcified. So
oh dear.
I had a bit of calcification form on a bit of tissue that's irritating me.
Okay, well, we wish you well, mate. I know what it's like that. Mark Robins, brilliant. A year today, we sacked by Coventry. Listen, nothing against Frank. Frank's doing a great job. But Mark's gone to Stoke. We know who the Stoke owners are. You know, he's just doing a fantastic job. What's he like to work under?
Yeah, he's he lets you go and express yourself. Really, he had obviously some top coaches alongside him at Coventry as well that they've done a lot of the tactical work out on the pitches with AD Vivash, and obviously AD's doing well now at Middlesbrough with Rob, and he lets you go out there and not worry about things, and as a player that's what you want.
So he's like a manager, really, and just lets the coaches do the coaching, and then he just gives you little bits of advice. I sometimes think maybe you can give players too much information and sort of like paralyse them a little bit of the game. If you can just get out there and the manager knows what he expects from you, and you know what the manager expects from you, it's an easier environment to work in.
Yeah, 100%. And he was always behind the motto of it. He'd always bring in good people, and that's what we had at Coventry when we got out of League One. We had an unbelievable side, but more importantly, we had good people and good people in the dressing room. And I think that's probably the biggest thing for him. And with Stoke's struggles over the last few years, he's obviously brought in some good people for the dressing room, and that's huge.
Do you know what I was going to say? It's another tough game for Charlton. Wrexham. But they're all tough in that championship. It's so unpredictable, isn't it? Look at Millwall up there. There's anyone can beat anyone in this league, can't they?
They can, yeah. And the league's always been like that. But I think this year especially, it's probably the most open the league's been. And for a very long time, you look at the teams that have come down from the Premier League, they haven't really set the league alight as yet. We know they'll probably come strong, but the league's so open, and yeah, like you said, anyone can beat anyone.
Yeah, well, listen, we hope hopefully you're back sooner than later. But I would, it sounds a nasty one, that does, Matty. So just make sure you get that right. I know what it's like to have problems like that. So
just quickly, Al.
Yeah,
I've made my debut at Charlton, right? And the stand opposite the players' entrance.
Yeah,
it held 60,000 people, just one side of the ground.
Uh-huh.
The terracing went on forever. Obviously, they've knocked it down now. It was, but that's where I made my debut.
Yeah,
I was
brilliant.
thinking, I can't believe this. The size of the terracing went right back. You can imagine.
Matty, good luck, pal. Good luck to Charlton. Thank you. Thank you very much. Cheers, boys. We played in the cup there once when Alan Seamanson, you remember him, European Footballer of the Year?
Yeah.
He scored a couple, but
Derek Ailes.
Who? And Flanagan and all them.
Flanagan.
Yeah, they're and the big.
George
I can't remember
Berry.
the crowd. Massive crowd there was there. And we got them back to Portman Road. Worky got us out of trouble, went back to Portman Road and knocked them out. But that was, we were nearly out of the cup there.
Probably the last big team they had was when Curbs was manager, wasn't
it? Yep. And Charlton, don't forget Charlton, we just spoke to Matt Phillips, didn't we? Charlton against Sunderland, playoff finals. What a game that was. I commentated. What a game that was. Mendonca hat-trick.
Hat-trick, Mendonca.
Amazing.
5 Mendonca.
Coming up, we asked Manchester City and Liverpool midfielder Didi Hamann which team he thinks is more likely to challenge Arsenal for the title. Will it be Liverpool or will it be City? That's next.
Tyson Fury, Floyd Mayweather, Canelo Alvarez. Just hearing these names makes you think money and the hundreds of millions of dollars, pounds or Saudi riyals in boxing. But that's at the top. At the bottom, it isn't quite the same. Even for those on the rise, there's not an awful lot of cash in the boxing world. And if you're just starting out, well, it can be a very costly exercise indeed. But don't take my word for it. Here's the former European champion, talkSPORT's Spencer Oliver.
You're turning professional and you're boxing, let's say, York Hall on a non-televised fight. You have to sell tickets to earn any money, but you have to cover the wages of your opponent as well. So if you don't have the ability to be able to sell enough tickets, you effectively have to pay to fight.
A far cry then from Jake Paul facing Mike Tyson in 2024, when the purse was reported to be around £48 million. But the vast amounts of cash lining the top dog's pockets isn't the norm in a typical fight.
Let's say you're lucky and you get between 5 and 10 grand. You're going to get 10 grand max for that. 10% goes to the trainer, 25% goes to the manager. Then we've got the tax man to pay as well. So we're cutting that money in at least half. So now you've got 5 grand for a 10-week camp. So you're talking about a guy here earning, he might be clearing 500 quid a week. How do you support a family on that? So boxers chase the dream. And, you know, there's probably 2% of them that actually make it.
So say you do make it and you start to rise up the ranks. Strikers Boxing, a training academy, says the mid-tier fighters can earn more, somewhere between £10,000 and £50,000 a fight, depending on record, profile, opponent and popularity of weight class. It's only at the top level does the real cash start flowing in, with the top-tier professionals, i.e. those going for titles, earning 6 figures a fight. Something else you'll have heard of is the terms prize fighter or journeyman. A prize fighter is, as it sounds, someone who picks up fights where they can and gets a nice big check if they win. Journeymen are the fighters who take on up-and-comers, effectively used for experience in the ring. Even if they're going up against the real prospects, a young Anthony Joshua, for example, these guys will be lucky to earn more than 10 grand. So the average boxer isn't as rich as you'd think.
Do you remember the days when you were injured, Al? How depressed you were?
Oh, treatment.
Remember the feeling?
Mind you, we had an old physio, Tommy Eggleston, played. I think it was the Everton. But, and he used to tell stories about the war and stuff, and it was, you know, it was brilliant. You go and get a lesson. It was great.
Do you remember Ken Fish, the Oxford United physio? Ken Fish, right? He was about 80 when I was playing.
Right.
Gary Briggs walked in the treatment room, hard as nails. Gary Briggs, Shotton and Briggs,
all over his face. Yeah.
He splattered his nose. Gary Briggs' nose was splattered.
Yeah.
It was obviously broke.
Yeah.
You know, you look at his face and went, oh, sideways. Right? And Ken Fish, let's have a look, Briggsy. Let's have a look at that. Let's have a look at that. And he's grabbed his nose, pinched it. And he's pushed his arm off Briggsy. He's gone, Ken, what are you doing? He went, oh, hey, you're soft, son, soft. I once broke my nose playing for Bury and the bone come through the skin. I got a pair of scissors, snipped it off, sewed my nose back up at half time, and I went back out and played on. Get a grip, son. 2 paracetamol, off you go.
Oh dear. talkSPORT Breakfast with Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed. Hopefully Dino didn't put you off your cornflakes there. Right, it's going to be some weekend of football. All kicks off in the talkSPORT network tomorrow lunchtime. Spurs take on United. But the biggest game of the weekend, without question, it's got to be Sunday afternoon as two old rivals go at it once again.
City still coming forward. Foden! Oh, yes! A lovely little body swerve onto his left foot. Arrowed into the far corner. It's another Phil Foden finish of the highest quality.
To be honest, I'm so excited and happy to live what I'm going to prepare the game on Sunday. I'm looking forward desperately to play on Sunday again against Liverpool. And
I mean, there's no surprise that Man City are back amongst it.
I think you can get at Manchester City.
Here's Gravenberch edge of the penalty area. Deflected it in. Ryan Gravenberch returns with a goal, and it's the second one of the night for Liverpool. Crisis, what crisis? Liverpool 2, Aston Villa 0.
What everybody expects if you go to the Etihad if you play against City, yeah? You have to suffer as well.
It'll suit them down to the ground because City will want to play. I think Liverpool are better in the better games.
If they go to Man City and avoid defeat, then yeah, you can say it's been a turning point for them.
Dominic Szoboszlai, 25 yards out, drills it into the bottom corner. Beware, a rejuvenated Liverpool. Arana Slot's team back.
Yeah, that's right. What a treat we're in for. City seem to have turned a corner of late. Good wins against Bournemouth and in Europe against Dortmund this week have been impressive. Liverpool on the other side finally ended their, was that a crisis? Yeah, it was probably. A run of 4 straight league defeats with a comfortable 2-0 win over the Villa before battering Real Madrid on Tuesday. So let's ask someone who knows exactly what it's like to play for both clubs. Didi Hamann joins us now. Didi, morning.
Morning, Didi.
Morning, guys.
Didi, cracking game this one. City big favourites, but Liverpool have suddenly found a bit of sparkle again.
Yeah, I wouldn't know whether City are big favourites because Liverpool in the last 2 games they kept a clean sheet. They stopped that run of defeats and played okay on Wednesday, defended really well, and it was very encouraging after obviously a poor run of form in the league.
Diddy, I don't know what you think. I actually think the 3 midfield players, the Szoboszlai, McAllister and Gravenberch, are like they complement each other. They're like the engine room. You've got Andy Robertson coming back in at left back. Bradley's playing well at right back. I think they've gone back to knowing what works.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more, Dean. I think the 3 midfield were a big reason why they won the league last season, and I always felt in the early parts of the season when they won the games, didn't play well. The biggest problems was the fullback positions because Kirkes has been struggling since he came to the club.
He has, yeah.
And on the other side, Frimpong is not a right back. Szoboszlai stepped in. He did a good job, but obviously he's needed in midfield. And Conor Bradley obviously did a very good job against Vinny Jr. Midweek. So I think he's got to keep the 3. And you need Salah and Wirtz to start firing because obviously they haven't been playing well. At some stage, they have to come to the party. But obviously defensively, they've been a lot better, and I think that's been their Achilles heel in the first 10 or 12 games of the season.
Did he talk to me about Wirtz? Everyone keeps telling me he's one hell of a player. I've yet to see it yet, personally, but, I wish him well. But, is he top class for you, did he?
Well, obviously, people called me when he signed for the club, and I've been watching him for a number of years now. He's an exceptional player, and I said, watch him. I said, this kid is dynamite. It's a new league. It's more physical. It's a quicker game in England. You don't get a free kick as easy as you do in Germany. But at some stage, he's got to start producing.
So you're 100% sure he is a bit special. The game. Yeah.
Well, I was sure. I've got to say we're a quarter or a third into the season now, and he doesn't affect games. And there was a caller before. I think Liverpool is doing better against less physical sides, so I think that's probably the reason why he stays in the team now, and why that game against Man City on Sunday could suit him because it's not a team that hassles you, that harasses you. But he just found it hard against more physical sides. But at some stage he's got to do it because the 2 best performances in the league were probably against Everton and Villa, and he wasn't inside in these. So at some stage he's got to start doing it. I said he's too good to fail, but obviously there's no guarantees in football, as we know.
So where's he going to play, Diddy? Because that 3-man midfield looks like, they've answered all the questions now. We've got the midfield right. If you put Wirtz back into that midfield at number 10, say, it goes back to being a sieve again. Liverpool conceding chances. So is he going to have to play him off the left or a false number 9? Or
no, there's no doubt about it that he's got to stay where he played a midweek. He's got to play on the left. But when you've got 3 forward players in Wirtz, in Salah, and Ekitike or Isak, and 2 of the 3 don't produce, obviously you'll find it hard to score goals. And this is why, with Salah, obviously found it hard since Christmas to score goals from open play. I'm not saying, his time is coming to an end, but obviously he's got to start doing again what he used to do. And Wirtz also, because, if you've got 2 out of 3 players who don't really produce and affect the game in the last part of the pitch, you'll find it hard to score goals.
Foden's found his mojo again, hasn't he? I love the way he comes inside and he just strokes the ball. He sort of, he doesn't blast it. He can do, but he just places the ball in the far corner. He's back to his best, and the centre-forward Haaland is just, at the moment, so hungry, so powerful, and what a finisher. So it's a big, big game for Konate and Van Dijk against Haaland.
Yeah, 100%. But, they've been pretty solid in the last 2 games. And I think, as Dean said before, with the 3 in midfield, I think they've got better protection to make it harder for the opposition to score. But obviously, Foden is a brilliant player, brilliant to watch. And as you say, the way he passes the ball into the corner is just second to none. With Haaland, you always know you can't take him out of the game for 90 minutes. I think it's got to be a collective effort. But as I said, they kept 2 clean sheets now. Their defending hasn't been good early in the season, even when they won the games. And, I'm quietly confident, I have to say, because they're 7 points behind now. If you were to lose, it could be 10. And I wouldn't say it's the end of their charge to defend the title, but it'll be a big, big ask to make up 10 points on Arsenal, who don't concede goals. They've got to go to the Emirates in the second half of the season as well.
Everyone's talking about Arsenal, favourites for the Champions League, favourites for the Premier League. Yeah, a lot can change, but at the moment they're playing so well, as you say, not conceding. What about, just let me ask you about Bayern. That was a big result in Paris, wasn't it, for Bayern Munich?
Yeah, they battered them as well in the first half. They were 2-0 up, probably should have been 3. Got Diaz sent off right on the stroke of halftime. Been down to 10 men, and then they just defended. And, Paris was close to scoring the equaliser. They didn't. Obviously, they play Arsenal now, Bayern Munich. They go to the Emirates in 2 weeks' time or 3 weeks' time. It'll be a huge game. They do work a lot. It's a functioning side at the moment, but obviously Arsenal at the moment, with the way they defend, hardly conceding goals, they probably slightly favour Arsenal, but I don't think there's any doubt these 2 are the 2 best sides in Europe at the moment.
Yeah, brilliant. Didi, listen, have a great weekend, my friend. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks,
lovely.
Didi.
Thank you.
Sure. Thank you. Cheers, guys.
Didi Hamann there. Right, so just a reminder, Tottenham United, live and exclusive on talkSPORT tomorrow lunchtime. Check out the talkSPORT Daily podcast today, which asks the question, which team has kicked on the most since the Europa League final? Up next, we're going to get Dino's prediction for that game. Good morning, 9:21. The Premier League is back, of course, and that can only mean one thing. The return of the game, and a man with his very own theme tune joins us now.
And it just don't matter now. Little by little, gave you everything you ever dreamed of. Little by little, the wheels of your life, they're slowly falling off.
I don't know, you're laughing at Dino. He's an inch taller than you.
Well, hang on, I'm going to have to squash this. I am 5'9", and Sam's 5'9". It's the average size for a male in Britain.
There you go. Oh, listen.
We're average. How tall are you?
Me, 5'10" and a half.
Yeah, so you're a little bit above average, but Sam's not a dwarf.
Oh, you're not allowed to say that, Dino.
Well, what is it, dwarfism?
No.
He's not. He's 5'9". I'm 5'9".
As I'm just all I'm going to say is
an Oompa Loompa.
All I'm going to say is I'm just an average height.
Yeah.
UK male. That's it. 177.5 centimetres.
They're making songs up about you.
I know. It's been going on for ages, but it's okay. I'm embracing it. It's not a problem.
Yeah, his dad's got that now. Right, talkSPORT's
really
chief football commentator Sam Matterface. Sam, where have you been this week?
I went to last Saturday. I went to Brackley Town with Martin Keown.
Did you?
And then I went to Prague with Martin Keown. And then I went to Manchester City on Wednesday night, and I was at Palace last night. And today I'm with Martin Keown.
You need therapy.
So I've had 4 days out of 7 with Martin Keown.
You've got a rash.
Yeah.
That's what Parlour calls him.
Do you know what it is? He's man-to-man marking you. He can't stop himself.
He's genteeled me, yeah.
Right, enough of the small talk. It's time for, here we go, Ed. It's Curse of the Commentator.
I put a spell on you.
Cause you're mine.
Cause you're mine.
So a quick reminder of the rules. Here we go. Dean and Sam both have 20 seconds to give their predictions for the 3 games this weekend. Yeah, of course, enough of the small talk. For each correct guess, they will get 1 point for the correct result, 3 points for the correct score, and a 1 bonus point for naming a goal scorer. Sam, you have a 37-28 lead.
That's not little, is it, eh?
So Dino has it all to do. Dino, what's wrong with you?
It's not me, it's Ray.
Right, first up.
I feel like Arteta. I've been building for this over a couple of years.
And that's a good lead, by the way. You can't blow this.
No, I can't blow it. I've got to kind of concentrate. We just week by week, trust the process.
Paolo's still be in bed, by the way. He had a big day yesterday.
Did he?
Oh, a big day.
He gets up and goes to the gym, though. Ray?
It won't be this morning. No. It'll be good morning, Mr. Alka-Seltzer. First up, a resurgent United head to Spurs, live on talkSPORT tomorrow lunchtime, where Spurs have, well, their home record's terrible. Dino, give me your prediction, please.
Right, Spurs 10 injuries. They've only won 4 games out of 18 at home, playing against Man United, whose front 3 are starting to produce. I'm not happy with Casemiro and Fernandes in midfield. The game's going to be loads of goals. I'm going to go 3-3.
What?
Take that.
A goal scorer, please, Dino.
Sesko 2. And Brennan Johnson.
Just one. Dino, you're getting too excited, Dino.
Sesko,
right. Sam,
well,
time starts now.
I'll go Brian and Burmo to score. That's the first thing I'll say. I think Look, Manchester United are winless in their last 7 meetings with Tottenham Hotspur in all competitions. And even last year, when Ange Postecoglou was in charge, they still beat them on a regular basis, beat them in the final as well in the dog of a game. Look, last week at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, it was a really poor performance at home. That's been the theme of it. I think Manchester United should win. I don't think they will. I'm going to go 2-2 in Burmo.
Ooh, so we're big on the draw, eh? Okay, right. Now, next up, here we go. Chelsea take on Wolves. Live on talkSPORT, 8 o'clock tomorrow evening. Sam, you go first here. How are you calling this one?
Wolves have won just one of their last 11 Premier League games away at Chelsea. They've changed manager. The squad's not good enough. If Chelsea don't win this, then Enzo Maresca is going to get a lot of stick because they've already dropped points away in Karabag this week. It's been a big trip, but he rested some key players, especially in the forward area. They should have enough. 3-1 Chelsea.
3-1 and goal scorer?
Delap.
Okay. He's back, definite, yeah? Yeah. Right, Dino, here you go. 20 seconds. It should be a Chelsea win, but you just don't know with Chelsea.
Chelsea spent £1 billion on this squad. They've got too much for Wolves. Wolves are in a crisis. Can't keep the ball out the net. I'm going to say Chelsea 3-0.
Whoa.
Goal scorer, Delap.
Delap as well.
You're going from Delap as well?
Yeah.
Okay, is that in the rules?
Yeah, we're going to have that.
Got the bit between
you're
his
miles ahead. What's up, you?
Okay.
You know?
If Chelsea keep a clean sheet, I'll be delighted, by the way, because that's not something they've been doing on a regular basis.
Right, so here's the big one. So it's Manchester City.
Oh, here we
Liverpool.
go, Dino. What are we going to go for?
Head to head at the Etihad. Dino, you are going first. Your time starts now.
I'm going to say Liverpool will win the game, but Man City's got too many young defenders playing. Liverpool's midfield are starting to net, so they'll get most of the ball and they'll give it to Wirtz, Ekitike and Salah, and you'll see loads of goals from Liverpool. I'm going to say Liverpool are going to win 3-1.
At City?
Yes.
Whoa. First goal scorer?
Salah.
Okay, Sam, I feel you're disagreeing here. 20 seconds now.
Since the start of April, Manchester City have won more points than anybody else in the Premier League. Liverpool won this fixture 2-0 last season, but they haven't won consecutive away league games against Manchester City since 1991. I was at City on Wednesday night. I think they'll win this game. I think it'll be ebb and flow. 3-2, and I'll go Haaland.
Haaland, well, you got it, haven't you, really?
You get
3-2, so we're talking a lot of goals this weekend, boys.
Yeah, there's been a lot of goals, hasn't there? Been a lot of goals in the Champions League this week as well, hasn't there? It's been an entertaining week of football, I thought.
Yeah, and then what we got next time, we're getting international football again.
Hey, international football's going to be great. What are you talking about?
Do you not feel like football's changing a bit? Teams are starting to sort of be a bit more resolute.
It always changes, doesn't it? You've been around for a long time. You've seen it change from different sort of episodes of... where you've got the situation where you've got long balls, direct football, then you've got tiki-taka, then you've got possession-based football. Now we're going back to a little bit more set-piece play. Yeah. So
never thought
just give me a quick one, guys, because we'll finish Costa Cup before the break. Sunderland, Arsenal, Sam.
Sunderland, Arsenal. I think Arsenal will win because Arsenal are absolutely fantastic.
But tight.
2-1. I think they might concede this weekend, but then again, that's not really a surprise, bearing in mind that they've gone 8 games without conceding a goal.
Do you know, how do you see it?
The only way Sunderland beat Arsenal is if Arsenal turn up with the wrong head on and complacent, thinking they're going to win. But I think Arteta has ruled all that out the club. They will turn up with the right head on and they'll make sure they don't take Sunderland lightly and they'll just grind a result out.
Yeah. 1-0?
No, I think they'll set plays. They're dangerous on there and they've got class players. Arsenal have got about 9 players who can score at any time. I'm going to say 3-1.
Oh, 3-1. I don't think it's going to be as easy as that. I think it's going to be tight. I think
it'll be tight.
I think Arsenal win, but I think it'll be tight. Anyway, Sam,
lovely
thank you. Have a great weekend, mate. Thank you.
Nice to see you, Dino.
Okay, coming up to 9:30 on talkSPORT.
For every good signing a club makes, there's bound to be a few that don't work out. Manchester United have certainly had their fair share of those, especially since the end of their golden age under Sir Alex Ferguson. Here are some of the Red Devils' worst signings since Fergie. First up, Alexis Sanchez. He'd averaged almost a goal every 2 games for Arsenal, but in his 45 matches for United, he only bagged 5. Next up, Radamel Falcao, dubbed El Tigre, or the Tiger. But at Old Trafford, he was a little more pussycat, to be honest. All the Colombian managed in 29 games was 4 goals. Moving on, things couldn't have gone worse for Jadon Sancho at United, with just 12 goals in 83 games. And it all ended after that very public spat with then-manager Erik ten Hag. Next, Ten Hag probably thought he was wise in sticking to what he knew when he brought in Antony from former club Ajax. But the £86 million Brazilian has really not been able to hack it in the Prem. The curse of the famous number 7 shirt has also had its share of victims. As well as the aforementioned Sanchez, Memphis Depay found he couldn't follow in the footsteps of Ronaldo, Cantona, Beckham and Best. He netted just 7 in 53 appearances. And those are just a few examples. To be honest, the list could go on and on. Unfortunately, that's probably why Man United haven't won the title for over a decade, and why it might take a few more years before they're in contention again.
Sam came in there with a spring new step, didn't he, little Sam?
He's a bit like Ali, everywhere, Sam. Commentating.
I know he is, yeah. You put the telly on,
right,
you went, him again.
People don't realise there's loads of channels out there.
Yeah.
That the football's shown all around the world that they don't see. Andy Townsend had his own show for 8 years, you know.
On what?
Premier League TV.
Ah, right. I think
we don't see it
for that, yeah. Well, I'm sick of tuning in and get your phone up and do this. I'm just sick of it, to be honest. It's too much for me now. Anyway,
what about
what?
You might agree with this. It's starting to irritate me when they have these people on football watching a game who've never played football, and they're reading stats off to try and work out what they've just watched because they need the stats to watch out. They can't. Their eyes can't tell them what's going on. Like an absolute classic, which should end stats forever. Southampton.
You're going to get me in trouble here.
No, Southampton just sacked their manager, Will Still. He won 2 games out of 11.
Yeah.
And Southampton are top of the possession league table. They're number 1 in the league for possession. And they've won 2 games in 11. What does that tell you? So if you're an influencer, we're looking at those stats, you think, well, they're playing good football, just not finishing the chances off. This is what I would think. Don't try and play football anymore. Your players aren't good enough. You're going to get the sack. Trying to overplay with players who can't play. That's what it tells me, that stat. So I don't listen to it.
What's the other one? Expected goals or something? Or what's
another one?
What's the other
expected goals. Like, if you start looking at that. So if I put you in, clean through on your right foot, and I put you in the same slot, but down on your left foot, which one's the best chance?
Depending on angle, but left foot.
Yeah. So it's a good chance for you on your left foot. For me, it would be a good chance on my right foot. On my left foot, it's not even a good chance. I can't hit the target.
Well, you can.
So how do they judge a good chance?
It's called money, Dino.
Is that what it is?
It's called money. Lack of. They're paying less and less and less and less.
I'm watching it thinking, I mean, anyway.
This is talkSPORT Breakfast with me, Brazil, Dean, the storyteller Saunders. I love it when you go into one, Dino. And Arnold Clark gets 750 quid off any used electric car or home charger. Now, what about England? Thomas Tuchel names his squad later this morning ahead of the World Cup qualifiers this month. All the papers are saying Jude is back. He's going to be back in it. So let's find out if we can expect any surprises at all. talkSPORT's England correspondent, Faye Carruthers. Faye, a very good morning, Faye.
Morning, Faye.
Morning, Al. Morning, Dino. I love a Dino rant on a Friday morning.
I
didn't mean it.
It's not just a Friday, Faye. Trust me. Faye, what have we got? Any big shocks? Any changes? What's the whispers?
Well, everybody's been talking about Jude Bellingham the last camp. Obviously, he wasn't called in, and that was the main headline from Thomas Tuchel's October camp. There was a lot of caveats within that because he's had a shoulder injury for a long time. He'd only just come back. He was managing his minutes, whereas now we're starting to see him perform again for Real Madrid. Scored, of course, the other night. He's doing brilliantly out there, and Thomas Tuchel is set to reward that and bring him back in. So those headlines will start to go away a little bit, but still continue in some ways because, you know, this will be the first time that the two will have seen each other, we think, or certainly been on camp together if he is recalled into the squad since the comments that Thomas Tuchel made after the June camp.
Why did he make them,
regarding,
Faye, why did he make those comments? Was he prompted into it, or did he just feel, I'm my own boss, I will pick her? Because for me, now it's awkward, because Bellingham was always going to get back in for me.
I think it'll all be cleared up. You know, he's talked about how special Jude Bellingham is and that you can have special dispensation for special players. And certainly we know what Jude Bellingham brings to the England fold and to any team that he plays in, to be honest. But he wasn't coerced into the comments. I think he just chose a bad word and, you know, afterwards obviously said English isn't his native language. You have to forgive him that for some things. He also hadn't had that much sleep. He literally did that interview, did a whole hour with talkSPORT with Adrian Durham and Stuart Pearce straight after that Senegal defeat. You know, trying to dissect a defeat like that, and then used a word that he definitely regrets and admitted straight away that he regretted using afterwards. So hopefully he'll have cleared things up with Jude Bellingham and we can now progress because we need a player like Jude Bellingham in the England squad and going into the World Cup.
Faye, tell me again, when will it be announced, the squad? What time?
We should hear around 10 o'clock this morning, and then I'll be sitting down with Thomas Tuchel. He'll do a press conference at 11, and then after that I'll sit down and have a one-to-one conversation with him, find out if there are any other shocks, because, you know, Phil Foden has been trying to play his way back into the England squad. We know that he's been missing for the last 3 camps. It'll be really interesting to see whether or not he's brought back in. All the question marks over Jack Grealish again, although, you know, there's no Anthony Gordon in this squad, we don't think, because he's got a recurrence of a hip injury that he's had for a little while, so that could open the door for Jack Grealish potentially, or Phil Foden. I think it might be one or the other. Yeah.
OK, Faye, brilliant. Thank you. We look forward to it. Thanks to talkSPORT's England correspondent Faye Carruthers there. We'll bring you the squad very shortly. 20 minutes' time, something like that. But now it's time for a bit of Traitors. Spoiler alert, everyone. Yes, the series that gripped the nation came to an end last night, but it wasn't a happy ending to the Traitors for England ledge and friend of the show, Joe Marler. Despite being the only player to correctly work out that Alan Carr was indeed a traitor, Joe became the final player to be banished from the game. That left Alan to pick up the entire prize pot of 87.5 grand for his chosen charity, of course. Let's find out how he did it with someone who was right in the thick of this action, this series. Good morning to faithful and TV actor Mark Borner. Mark, a very, very good morning, Mark.
Morning, Mark. Morning, Al. How you doing?
Very, very well. Mark, listen, everyone was rooting for Joe Marler, but Alan Carr, you know, I think he was a popular winner as well, wasn't he?
Oh, Alan definitely was a popular winner, and he was popular in the castle as well. And I think he played a brilliant game. You know, the kind of comedic deflections all over the shop really worked in his favour.
Yeah. By the way, how successful has this been? Over 10 million. Brilliant.
I can't believe it, actually. I mean, I think the consolidated figures will be even more, but I mean, it's one of the most popular shows. And what's brilliant about it is that it's kind of, it harkens back to Morecambe and Wise days, when people are 26 million people were watching, with their family. And there's parties all over the shop, people watching the final. It's been amazing. It's been really overwhelming as well, but amazing.
Did it surprise? Sorry, Dino.
No, I was just going to ask you, was there anything, Mark, that you said or you done that when you got home you thought, I shouldn't have done
that? Well, I mean, I think it's hard to do that because it's a kind of, although you're being yourself as much as you can, you're in a kind of, you're in an artificial situation, and it's very, very intense and it's very kind of, what's the word, immersive. So you can't you kind of lose a grip on how you might deal with things in a kind of regular everyday situation, and you kind of your instinct and your well, for me, I wear everything on my sleeve, and that kind of took over. So I can't say I regret any way I behaved in the house. It was me.
Did you have reservations about going in it in the first place?
Oh, I kind of, I thought for quite a while about it because it's not something that I usually do. I'm kind of always hiding behind a character, hiding. But, I'm that's my job, is being other people, and so, I mean, I'm not really in that way. I'm not a kind of celebrity, but I thought long and hard about it.
Yeah.
But because we love it so much as a family, and because the game is at the forefront, it's not a kind of 24-hour filming you in your underpants kind of thing. So I kind of, which nobody would want to see. I decided that it was a good idea, and I'm really glad I did because I had a brilliant time.
I've got to ask you about Joe. Everyone seems to love Joe Marler. Look, he's been on here a few times. I've had a bit of fun with him. He seems a great guy.
He is. He really is. He's a wonderful human, I think. And he's, he's documented his struggles with his mental health and stuff quite publicly recently, and that was a real surprise to me. Well, it wasn't a surprise because, when you kind of, if you do that amount of kind of searching within yourself, you're bound to be a good person, and Joe is. He's through and through wonderful.
And you would see, sorry, Dino,
go on.
You, in terms of mental health, we spoke to a lovely chap earlier in the programme, come on and said we help him because he was lost a little bit, started listening. It's always nice when you can help people. But I would imagine, Martin, your game, there's a lot of people, in and out of jobs. Sometimes jobs drag you can't get work for, a long time. It must be, you must come across a lot of people in your profession that's, ups and downs. Whoa.
Yeah, of course. It's feast or famine, as it is for any kind of self-employed person, really, So, yeah, I mean, I've had that, periods of a year out of work, and it's about kind of, I don't know, keeping yourself together however you can,
Yeah.
Just remembering the essentials, eat well, exercise, all that kind of stuff, positive mental attitude. But yes, it's hard for everyone, I think. But I mean, the good thing about our job when you kind of are able to do, able to play parts that kind of deal with that, directly. Like I did a series years ago called Unforgotten, which dealt with people who had been abused as children, adults who had been abused as children, and that I still get emails about that and direct messages about that now. It really helped some people, come to terms with things. So yes, I mean, it's two sides of the coin. You got to look after yourself, but also it's a wonderful job to be able to do for that kind of thing.
Yeah, brilliant.
And Mark, you've got a WhatsApp group, so obviously now you're out and everything. And
yeah.
What's the reaction been like? Are you all best mates now?
Oh, aye, absolutely. I mean, the WhatsApp groups, I mean, I still, pinch myself. It's kind of nuts when you get, in fact, I just had it when we're on just now. Stephen Fry just put a message on the WhatsApp
nice
group.
Man.
I'm like, well, God almighty, I still go, Stephen Fry's in my WhatsApp group. Well, it's not mine, but, ours. So yes, it's still kind of a kind of weird thing. But what's wonderful about it is that it's an amazing group of people. It's a really diverse kind of bunch, from all kind of different backgrounds within that sort of the area of celebrity, whoever that is. But yes, it's a really kind of amazing bunch of people. Tom Daly and Jonathan, and people who've been around for ages, people who are new to it. It's crazy but wonderful.
Mark, you're going to have a little break now? Are you straight back into something else? You filming?
No, I've just finished filming the second series of Ludwig with David Mitchell and Anna Maxwell Martin.
Yeah.
Which was great. And Department Q is going again.
I really enjoyed that. Really enjoyed that.
Thank you.
I mean, really.
It was a great experience, and Scott is one of those directors, writers, who is just a joy to work for. And he loves playing with the actors, and getting in there and discovering it with you. He's a real joy to be around, Scott, actually. So I'm very excited about that going again. I don't know nobody has seen any scripts yet. I might not even be in it. I'm saying that I might not be in it. But I'm keeping my fingers crossed,
Mark, great talk. Really keep up the good work. Thank you. Thanks for joining us this morning, Ta.
Thanks, Al. Thanks, Dean. All the best.
Mark Bonner there. Department Q is really good.
What about the start? Remember the start?
Oh, scary. The bits of it are scary. Brilliant. I loved it. Right, got to have a quick break. 9:50.
Nice day out there, Al. Is it overcast?
I can't
in
see
London.
from here.
I can see out the window.
I'm looking at Rangers 0, Roma 2 on this big screen here.
Well, that's a better view for you. Rangers getting beat, isn't it? Don't be like that. But
I don't know what's going on there. They played well against Celtic, though. They played well. Yeah, with 10 men. You know, but well done, Hearts. Hearts, can they keep it going? We'll see.
Glorious Hearts.
Right, huge prize up for grabs. We're giving you the chance to win 2 tickets to the highly anticipated rematch. Eubank Junior against Conor Bennett at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on Saturday, 15th of November. The prize includes a one-night stay at a 5-star hotel in London, brilliant, plus £5,000, £5,000 spending money to make it an unforgettable weekend. Listen up, here's how to enter.
18 plus, UK excluding Northern Ireland. For a chance to win, text the word BOX to 83338 and you're in the draw. Text costs £2 plus 1 standard network rate message. You must have the bill payer's permission, or you can enter for free by calling 0330 880 3338. All entries must be received by the 13th of November at 1 p.m. and you need to answer our call to win. This is a talkSPORT limited promotion. Full terms and conditions at talksport.com.
Nice prize that is. Now, Dean, news coming in this morning. We'll get your head around this one. They have stripped Martinez of the vice captaincy at Villa Park, reportedly because he pushed for the United transfer. Now, that is a great shame because he, for me, is a top goalkeeper.
Well, I wasn't saying that last night when they were 2-0 up and he got caught on the ball again.
Well, he does that now and again, but look, his shot stopper, brilliant.
Cost them the game, though. It did cost them the game trying to play like that against Liverpool.
Well, they've you and I both agree we're playing out from the back drives us mad, so...
Well, in the wrong area, yeah. And that intensive care pass where you play it straight down the middle of the pitch with the midfield player's got his back to goal. Can't see you sneaking up on him.
But you know what, Dino? How many times have we been taught as kids when we come through from youth team, reserves, and don't play it through the middle, play it wide.
Yeah.
You're going to play it wide where they can't hurt you as much. You play it through in the middle, bang, they're straight down on goal.
Can you remember that Brian Clough when Kenny Burns passed it across the face of his own goal to...
it went crazy.
He passed it to, what was his name,
Larry Lloyd?
Big Larry.
Yeah.
Right? And he shouted, "Burns, I've told you once, stop passing the ball across the face of your own goal." And he'd done it again.
Yeah.
Cloughy run down the track, went in the office, asked the secretary to write a letter out. Yeah. "You are officially on the transfer list." As he walked off the pitch, he handed it to him. He went, "I've told you twice, son. Off you go." Put him on the transfer list.
Weird.
Anyway, Martinez, he's a character, isn't he? He's got a bit about him. He wants to win.
Yeah.
He's proven he can play at the highest level. And he's probably, if not, I would say Alisson's the best goalie in the league, but I would say he's not far behind him.
Okay, Dino, listen, have a brilliant weekend, mate.
And you, Al?
Don't forget Little Sam and the big fella coming up, along with Martin Keown, the rash again, raspberry.
I can't shrug him off. I bet he's in there now. He's watching me, so I don't get away from him.
Jeff and Ali back on Monday from 6 a.m. Alex Crook, Martin Keown, the Crookie, he's down the south coast, isn't he? I wonder, he'll be. I tell you where he'll be going. Will they make it? I was going to say he'll be shooting off straight to Fontwell races, won't he? After this,
can't blame him. He works hard. Alex Crook.
No,
he's
does,
with
And does Sam.
Yeah.
Sam.
And Ali.
Right, I'm back on. I'm back Wednesday, 6 a.m. With Mr. McCoy. Ali's now 5-a-side. Well, walking football. All the best, Ali. Have a great weekend. Hope your team does a bit better. And Dino, have a great weekend.
And you.
Thank you very much.